With Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, appearing in his head all the things he's wanting to be said. 90 minutes of Phil to Phil, with so much time to kill. He promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. His dreams online and straight away begins to whine, but always fine as long as Shaz benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to endure like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran straight to feeling so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always had to stay on. If supports are also slow and stays so low and fails to grow, you never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. One ticked off across the board with charge to what because his code can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us feel so bored to help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch a creep who play bingo, but Phil will bitch and why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across the screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals are so machine. It's not in burp and leaning ban, it matters not if battery fun. His shoutouts can't see if hours make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and starts his like before lunching into a big pretending never bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of college cat and fatty life and all his strife of forgetting that it's done well and they were rife. With drama he will react but isn't act as a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. She's nearly over and awareness in sight with what to white despite Phil to light that tips were not light. We'll say alright it is okay and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tips will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won. Thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jet here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Monday, 25th of March 2024. I hope you're all doing very well indeed, and I hope you've enjoyed your day so far, your week so far. Also Monday, I always see Monday as the start of the week. Like, I know technically, like, you know, based on what some people believe, Sunday is like the start of the week. You see some calendars that have Sunday as the first day of the week. Those are weird to me. Sunday is not the start of the fucking week. Monday is the start of the week. Monday is when people go back to work, usually after a weekend or whatever. Monday is the start of the week. I'm not having it any other way. I don't know why I'm getting so worked about just a fucking random point like that. Anyway, I hope you all had a fun weekend. I hope you all had a good weekend, and I hope you all had a good grand time and all that jazz. You know what I mean? And yeah, we're back with DSP Bingo, and we're back with Phil Burnell, having an interesting weekend full of React content, and him having a bit of an angry rant or two, and yeah, that came up on his throwback channel, and I actually have a clip to show you guys. Phil had an interesting thing to say. This video is from DSP Tries Memology 101. And he's titled it, DSP calls Craig a racist motherfucker after debunking his old jokes drama in DSP throwback. So yeah, I've not seen, I've seen a clip of him, you know, basically being angry at Craig, but I've not seen the whole video yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing like the full context. So yeah, let's see what it's all about, guys.
Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014.
When John died, I laid orchids on his grave. I cried when they told me I'd already lost one of my children. And now they were taking away another one, you understand?
Oh, for adoption.
Here it comes.
Or were they just selling them on the black market?
Oh!
Your family.
Oh! So now hold on a second here. Now I've got the evidence. I've had enough. Contact Stuttering Craig, that motherfucker, right? Who a year ago during his interview was trying to tell me that I was making a racist joke during a playthrough that I made. I literally just made the same exact joke about children on the black market in 2010.
It's not the same joke, but whatever.
And that was 12 years prior. It's the same joke. It has nothing to do with racism. Stuttering Craig is just a fucking asshole. All right, boys, prepare the slave trade. We're selling her right off for profit. That's right. She's too valuable to escape. She's worth lots of money.
That's okay. Fucked up. Yeah. So what's going on there, man? Like,
all right. He fucking had to pick that shit and try to pull a race.
Oh my god. Sorry, hold on. Phil's face here. I've never actually noticed Phil's face and the kind of frantic mini nodding he's doing there. I need to see this one more time, just Phil's zoomed in face. It's like he's very frantically, rapidly nodding his head in an absolute nervous state. I've never noticed that before, but this particular clip where Phil, I mean, we could tell he was nervous, but That was, I can't believe how quickly he was like shaking there with fucking nerves.
That's
Okay.
fucked up.
Yeah, so what's going on there, man? Like,
All right. He fucking had to pick that shit and try to pull a race card on me during an interview when it had nothing to do with reality. It's literally the same fucking joke 12 years before. I just reiterated it in a modern playthrough, and everyone said, oh, in 2022, you can't say that anymore. Well, there you go. 100% evidence, and it's with a white child, not a black child. It's the same fucking joke that I made. All right? So there you go. There's your fucking evidence. I've had enough of that bullshit. What a man. What a man. What a manly man.
What was the name of the foster family that adopted
You
John?
can call me an asshole. You can call me an e-beggar. Okay, you don't like me. Got it. You think I'm a scammer. Got it. You think I'm a scumbag. Got it. You think I'm the worst gamer on the planet. Got it. All right. You could call me irreverent. You could say that I've said awful things over the years, but the one thing you can never accuse me of is racism, because I've never been racist ever in my life.
You literally have a top 10 racist moments on your channel, which you have hidden. Like, you made a playlist for it, and you have it hidden. Like, if I go to your channel again right now, we'll do a little detour, okay? We'll do a little detour. Is it on DSP Gaming, or is it on his other channel? Because he has a playlist of it. Oh my god, we'll sort by the Jesus, man. Can you not sort by oldest? Can we search? Just search racist. And is there a racist? Where's the racist playlist? Where is the racist playlist? I know. Jesus, man. How the hell can we type in the word racist in his channel? It comes up with so many different things.
And quite frankly, those people who make
Phil used to make a series called Top 10 Racist DSP Gaming Moments. He made it himself, he had it on his channel himself, he was proud of it himself. I guess. But then he hid it. He didn't delete the videos, he hid the videos. He made it private so people couldn't watch him anymore. So even though he has those videos, and he says, well, no big deal, I've changed since then, he still feels like he has to remove them from being seen. But the playlist itself, I think, is still technically live, even if you can't see the videos. It's just finding the fucking things that are fucking another matter. Jesus, you get what I'm saying though. Phil was absolute hypocrite here. And he is an absolute racist. Hell, one of my most popular videos that I fucking made about him has a compilation of all his racist moments.
life. That's bullshit.
houses.
So they were only staying there for a limited period of time anyway before they went to Puerto Vallarta or Puerto Locos Tacos. Nachos, Doritos.
Of young Chinky Chang Charlie Chan.
Of course. See, I used to do comedy like this all the time, and it was all right. Now I do it, and people get offended. Here we go. Oh my God! Help! He's a foreign barker, and he's black. For the record, I absolutely had no clue that joke about child trafficking was in this playthrough. But isn't it funny? 12 years later, I'm playing a game that's exactly similar to the gameplay of Heavy Rain, right? What was it called? Like From Dusk or something like that, or As Dusk Falls, I think it was called. And it was a very similar situation where there was a child in danger, and I made a joke about trafficking, and somehow I'm a racist because the child was black. No, I'm not a racist because the child was black. You're a racist if you think my joke is racist because the girl was black, because all you see is skin color because you're a racist motherfucker. So thanks for asking me that question in the interview, you fucking asshole. Why did you do that? Yo, it's Mac. Sean McAllister, yo. The token black. He's here. Now I'm driving his car. Yeah! I'm black, son! Yeah, that's what always gets me about people online who want to say people are racist and try to cancel them. It's like, wait a minute. Unless someone overtly made a insult about a race, it's not...
Up, sorry, 2 seconds, and he pauses practically going live. He's only going live, he's not even got 150 people watching. What is wrong with Phil? Usually Phil waits until he's got 200 people or 200 bots there and then he goes fucking live. Now his standard has fucking dropped so far that he's waiting to fucking have 150 or something to go live. I'll rewind this so we can get a full context. Sorry for that, but I had to pause Phil just before he went live properly.
So, yeah, that's what always gets me about people online who want to say people are racist and try to cancel them. It's like, wait a minute. Unless someone overtly made a insult about a race, it's not a racist joke. It's not a racist comment. If you are assuming race in the joke, then you're the racist. You're the one who sees race when the other person probably doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Man who never eat pork bun have very limp dick. Very limp dick. Oh, yes. Pork bun make you very virile. When you eat pork bun, your balls grow. Giant heaving testes for you. Eat pork bun now.
Oh, Sarah, I have no idea, nor do I care. She says, if you saw the guests they have on their show now, they have no right to ever call you a racist. Listen, I don't know. I don't care. I'm well aware they jumped off the political deep end and they really have nothing to do with gaming anymore and pop culture, that they're just talking about politics constantly. You know, they took the easy way out. They realized they have absolutely no actual clout in the gaming spectrum, so they just constantly talk right-wing politics now. Which is,
and you're considering making your own politics channel though. So what does that say about you? You're literally fucking considering, you know, not doing as much gameplay and having more things we talk more, essentially, because you think your audience are kind of leaning towards that as being preferable content. You get most of your support on day stream sometimes from the podcast. You've alluded to that yourself, so isn't this just the pot calling the kettle black here? By saying, oh look, they're not fucking relevant in the gaming scene. Look who's trying to fucking branch out and not do as much gaming anymore. Phil, you are one to talk.
It's hilarious because when I was on the show, they were outright saying they didn't want to do politics, and now it's all they do. I'm well aware of that. And I don't care. I don't watch their show. I never will again. I mean, that whole thing was a fucking sham to begin with, and we all know that now, right? Okay.
I don't have items to get rid of toxic, so I can't cure toxic.
We're good, right? I actually just want to stretch my legs for a second, and then we'll continue on. Thanks, guys, for chilling. Again, to the few who have supported so far tonight, thank you. Guys, please support the channel tonight if you can. These streams are really the only time I make any profit on this channel. I don't really make much on ad revenue, like $1 a day. And these streams have done really well up to now, which is why I've been doing them weekly. If you want to keep them weekly, please support it if you can.
Oh my god, is he threatening to fucking wage quit the fucking streams if he doesn't get the support he thinks he deserves? Here he is openly admitting he only does it for money. He doesn't fucking do it because it's fucking a joyful experience to fucking watch the content and go through the content together. No. He's only doing it purely so he can fucking get money from his den heads and as much money as possible. And if they don't fork up the fucking money he thinks he deserves, then he's not going to do it weekly anymore.
Let me stretch and then we'll continue. So let me stand up for a second.
Dude, I was joking. Dude, I was fucking joking. I said Black Mamba. There's a fucking Black Mamba I'm racing against right now. Oh my god, could it be any more stereotypical? Black fucking Mamba is right there. El Coco.
Jesus, so that was a video that DSP Tries It Memology 101 made. 10,000 views in 14 hours. Phil Burnell can only wish he had those kind of metrics. The link to that video is in the chat right now if you guys want to give it a little like and whatever, it's up to you guys. Also, Memology. Yeah, look at me trying to help out Memology to get some more views. I'm sure he'll fucking appreciate that. Not that he needs my help to get some views. Fucking 10,000 of them already. Jesus. You get what I'm saying though. You guys want to share, you know, to watch out yourself and give it a wee like or whatever. You go for it. That's something I've got to do. There we go. Like the video there. There you go. So, there we go. There's a couple of things I want to cover as well based on what Phil was saying there. First of all, Steve Dead has some very good points about that particular clip. So there's a minute and a half version that Gamerface Gaming put on Twitter, and Steve responded. 1. The black market and prepare the slave trade for a black girl are two very different things. 2. You make racist jokes in this playthrough. 3. You going back 10 years does not disprove Craig's point about you making that joke the year prior. And 4. You cannot be this dense. All very good points in my opinion, so yeah, I just kind of thought I'd share Steve's taking it, which was pretty solid points in my opinion. Also, there's this. The detractor beam shared this and said, look at this dude, look at this, Meerkat's tummy time theory is right. I don't know what the tummy time theory is, and I might have to actually explore this and see. Okay, here it is. Meerkat thinks that the reason Phil's head is so flat is that his parents didn't lay him on his stomach enough, causing flathead syndrome as seen below. I'm new to this theory, but it would explain a lot. And this stance, I'm sorry, this is DSP. This is, I've seen a side profile before of DSP. This fits him to a T. I mean, look at it. This is, yeah, this is absolutely. Phil has a big, flat, oddly shaped head. There you go. So, Jesus. Oh my God. Okay. Enough of that. Enough of that. Okay, that's just that's a dangerous rabbit hole to go down when we've got Bingo to focus on. Oh bloody hell. But regardless, DSP has got a flat, oddly shaped head. He's a weird looking prick. That's what I've got to be title up there. So there we go. So I think we're ready to start Bingo. And on that note, of course, you guys can please somebody give me a random number for the Bingo board so we can generate a random card. First one in chat I see will get to pick it. And the first one in chat I saw was Dimmick, who said 754. So let me just tick this button here and randomize the Bingo background image, and then we're going to type in the number 754 to randomize the card. Here we go. So this is today's Bingo card we have for today's show. We have Phil to say time, allow me to explain, nonsense, idiot, and detractor or trolls. Then the second row is Phil saying excited, him discussing drama, him saying reality, wrong, and interactive. The third row is Phil saying what I mean by that is, literally, hilarious, here's a thing, and addition. The fourth row is Phil messing about with his phone, him saying life, sound good, goal, and you know what I mean. And the fifth and final row is Phil saying unique, him being toxic, him discussing food, him saying admittedly, and him finally giving a thumbs up to the camera. And that is our Bingo board we have for today's show. Now, as you guys may be aware, the aim of the game is to try and get a full house 25 out of 25 on the Bingo board you see before you on the screen. And if we manage to get a full house, we will add $25 to the Bingo prize fund, which is currently sitting at 160 buckaroos. We are at $160 so far for the month. Remember, the whole month, we're playing this for the whole month, this kind of thing. The Bingo prize is for the whole month. If I win today, it'll add $25 more to that prize fund you see on screen. And at the very end of the month, I'm going to do a marble race, and one of you guys can potentially win that Bingo prize fund, but only if you have left a comment on the community post, which is linked in the description of this live stream. If you've not left a comment yet, you've got to do it before the end of the month, so you're in with a chance of being eligible to win that Bingo prize. And of course, whoever wins the prize, they can do whatever they want with it. I can just send in the entire money, like through PayPal or some pish. I can give it to Jasper's Angels, I can do half and half, I can roll it over for the following month. It depends. I mean, it depends what the winner wants, and if it's possible for me to do it, then we'll get something sorted, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Now, of course, there's a variety of ways for us to get free spaces to help us on our way to a full house Bingo card. For example, if Phil snorts or burps 10 times before he starts recording for gameplay for YouTube, that gives us all a free space. And if we get 100 likes on this Bingo stream, not only will that give us a free space as well, but you guys also get to enjoy the Buzz animation made by supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate 100 likes. So there we go, the Bubbles animation. Everyone loves a Bubbles animation. You know, especially when Jasper pulls out the fucking Glock fucking shoots and double taps Phil. Prophet says, can we donate it to Phil? That's the one thing I would encourage not to do.
Oh my God! What's up?
Thank you very much to Grease Monkey for the super chat. It says, what is that? A money creature? Yeah, exactly. This is the greasiest money creature you'll ever see. That is what Phil Burnell is. Fucking hell. That's a classic clip. That money creature clip. From so long ago. Anyway, before we begin the Bingo, let's press a random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
Hello there.
But we can do better than that.
Right,
that'll do. And on that note, guys, good luck everybody. Here we fucking go. Oh wait, is it going to be a short intro or a long intro? I didn't check that. Oh, it's a short intro. Okay, so here we go. Ready or not, here we fucking go. Good luck everybody. It's time Bingo.
Good morning, everyone. On today's show, we'll get everyone caught up, because now React Day is over and it's time to make a major push into RPG Overload and finish up these 2 lingering games. In addition, I got some positive updates regarding DSP Throwback. So, a nice chill atmosphere in just a moment on today's Level 1 podcast.
And I'm gonna fucking just skip past this shitey fucking intro. There we go, get rid of that shit. There we go. One ticked off already though. Addition. I don't think positive or update is on the board today. No, those are 2 options for squares, of course, but they're not on it today, so there we go. 1 down, 24 to go. We've got this. And yes, it is on 1.25 speed already, and we have built up a nice amount of speed up juice already. We are almost 10 minutes of speed up juice. So yeah, Hopefully it won't catch up to live Phil, that would be the worst thing to happen, because then we would have to fucking endure normal speed Phil, and no one deserves that.
Alrighty, well, welcome to the show, everyone. Today is Monday, the 25th of March, 2024, and we are now into the second half of my streaming week, which means we're fully into games. And unlike the rest of this month up to this point, I can actually be here all day today. There is no night stream missing or anything like that. I am here for double streaming days now for the rest of the month, which obviously is good news, right? And I'm excited because, yes, we are heading into the end game of the two major RPGs that have been going on for so effing long at this point that they absolutely must end so we can head into new content. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I am dying of anticipation to play more Dragon's Dogma 2, to get back to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, to start Alone in the Dark, which actually sounds like I'd really be interested in it, and you guys would like it because it's a fun survival horror game right up my alley, to start a co-op playthrough of Beyond Two Souls with my wife, to possibly get back to the Battlefront collection. You see, I have all this lingering stuff ready to go. It's not lingering, but it's like looming is what I meant to say. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the variety. I'm ready for good stuff. I want it, but it really, really, really pisses me off that we're stuck. All right, and I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I do feel like we're just endlessly in a loop with these games. But the good news is we have been making great and solid progress over the last couple of streams. And today, if things go according to plan, we absolutely should make a big jump forward.
I'm sorry, but I can't fucking ignore that word butchering right there. Absolutely shoot. I mean, what happened there?
Today, if things go according to plan, we absolutely should.
Absolutely should. I mean, is he doing the fucking terrible Sean Connery impersonation or something? Absolutely. What the fuck was that?
Streams, and today, if things go according to plan, we absolutely should make a big jump forward and make a step towards completion. In fact, if things keep going the pace that they're going, it looks like we will likely finish up these RPGs around Friday, okay? And that would be amazing if we could do that. If we could beat both Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon by Friday, and then next week, for most of the week, we can focus on the new stuff, that would be absolutely, positively outstanding, okay? Anyway, before we get to that, because obviously we're going to talk about what I'm doing in each RPG, and we're going to talk about the schedule. What I would like to do is give you guys a little bit of an update in regards to yesterday's React Day, and particularly the DSP Throwback channel, because I have two really cool positive updates on it today that I'd like to share with you. First of all, if you notice the lighting going crazy in this room, it's because there's full sun outside today, but there's also wind. So when there's sun and wind, my blinds are going to be whipping around, and that's what's happening right now. And unless I like tape them to the window, which I'm not going to do, they're basically just going to keep doing this all day. What's hilarious though is the weather claimed that today it was going to be raining all day, but we have pure sun outside. It even says that. I'm looking at the weather report right now, and it says pure rain all day. You guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. Have you ever seen anyone ever in life whose job they are wrong so often and still they receive a paycheck? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in my life. The weather people are at least wrong 50% of the time. Anyway, so that's why you're seeing lighting going bright and dark, bright and dark. My blinds are moving, the sun is coming through, and then what am I going to do? All right. So anyway.
Did Phil say the word time there? I need to rewind that. I'm sorry, I need to rewind that. There was a lot to tick off there, and I thought I got them all, but Phil might have said time. And if it did, that's one more to tick off. That was like 4 or 5 or something that got ticked off there. He messed about with his phone to check the weather. He said life, he was toxic, he called someone a fucking idiot. There's a lot there.
Doing this all day. What's hilarious though is the weather claimed that today it was going to be raining all day, but we have pure sun outside. It even says that. I'm looking at the weather report right now, and it says pure rain all day. You guys are a bunch of fucking idiots. Have you ever seen anyone ever in life whose job they're wrong so often and still they receive a paycheck? I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in my life.
Well, I didn't say time, god damn it.
Weather people are at least wrong 50% of the time.
Oh, he did say time. No, me jumping the gun. This is why I pause and rewind sometimes, you know what I mean? I think we got them all now. Very strong start to the card.
Anyway, so that's why you're seeing lighting going bright and dark, bright and dark. My blinds are moving, the sun is coming through, and then what am I going to do? All right. So anyway, let's talk about the DSP Throwback channel. Yesterday was React Day, and we had a really awesome React show on the DSP React channel. Good variety of stuff. I hope that you'll check it out if you didn't get a chance. That's YouTube.
Oh, okay, give me a second here. Let me show you guys how Phil did yesterday, because the tips tracker has been updated. A daily summary of what Phil had done yesterday. The podcast, Phil basically didn't get a single tip during his React content. Every single dollar in tips came from the podcast. So Phil started the fucking React show on $100, and he was not given a single tip afterwards. The Retro React stream got $79, and as you saw, Phil threatened to wage quit it and not do it every week because the support might not be as forthcoming as he would like. So yeah, no hat to the Retro React stream means it might be fortnightly instead of weekly. So who fucking knows? But yeah, actually let me go Gamerface Gaming again, because he also has good updates for these streams of his. So the podcast, so the night stream, the night stream for that throwback stream, you got $11 in super chats and 79 buckaroos, and the day stream got well, you got $3 in super chats during the actual show, but nothing during the podcast. Jeez, that's pretty brutal. That's pretty rough. Anyway, oh, Phil said wrong as well, and that's on the card.
Burger.
Good spot. Good spot. Cheers, Andrew Boxall, for spotting that one as well. So, in my defence, that was a lot to tick off in a short space of time. You know what I mean? And you're right, because he was mentioning about how these weird men get things wrong all the time. You're absolutely spot on. So there we go. Very strong start to the card. Let's continue.
.com/@DSP Reacts. We do it every Sunday, and people really seem to like the variety. I did too. Okay. Now, when it comes to Throwback Channel, a lot of stuff is going on right now. Okay. First of all, we have completed my retro replay of Heavy Rain. It's my first ever complete retro replay. All right. And I'm excited because people really liked it. It was a fun project. It was an idea of a fan, to do that. And I'm so grateful for the fans to share their feedback. It's funny because people say, oh, you should just do everything for yourself. Don't listen to feedback. And I'm like, wait, what? That's the complete polar opposite of what I've learned over the years. When I used to ignore all feedback, my content got stale because I listen to feedback now when we do things that you guys are interested in. Things have picked up and gotten interesting, right? The DSP Throwback Channel's original plan was just going to be a channel for posterity purposes, right? To post up missing playthroughs from the past. But now that we have the Retro React series going on a weekly basis, things are really good over there. Like, there's exciting streams, videos that people are actually watching. It's good. I'm really enjoying that, okay? So, I really hope that you guys will give it a look if you haven't. Maybe you've been waiting until the playthrough was done to check out the Retro React. Well, it's about...
Oh my god, the copium, the severe copium going on there. He's talking about how, amazing it is that people are watching this shit. Let's check out for ourselves, shall we? Let's go to his Throwback Channel, okay? And let's go to boosters. Shut up, Phil. Let's go to your views. An hour ago, 25 views. Okay, 12 hours ago, 190, 106, 121, 288, 407, 107, 475, 113. This is 5 days ago now. 357, 128, 382, 118, 54. Phil, they're not getting a lot of views, are they? Are you trying to imply that people are waiting for you to finish doing the throwback stuff so they can watch it, or waiting for the whole thing to complete so they can watch it in one go? Those numbers are pretty poor. I've had diss tracks about you which got more views than that, and my diss tracks are terrible.
30 parts, okay? 30 parts, and it went really well. Each part's a half an hour long. Basically looking down memory lane at that old playthrough and the old style of commentary that I used to do. And I felt that it was a really good playthrough. Not only the original playthrough was of good quality, but being able to go back and share that experience with a modern audience 14 years later to reminisce and say, okay, obviously this kind of commentary is dated. This is still pretty funny. I like how I did my observations back then and stuff. It was really fun. So please give it a look if you haven't. I think you're going to like it. That's on my Throwback channel, which is youtube.com/@DSP Throwback. Okay. Now, that project is done. We finished the game. Okay. And with the game done, now we're moving on to the next. And the question is, what is the next? Well, here's the thing. Originally, that was only supposed to be like a thing I do every once in a while. Maybe every 2 to 3 weeks I was going to do a Retro React stream like that. But you guys liked Retro React so much, especially when we started with Heavy Rain, you asked me to do more and more of it. So I said, okay, I'll do it every week then. Once a week, I'm okay with that. And so it worked out. You know, you guys were showing up and engaging and supporting. And it was a really good time for the last 6 weeks. I had a great time. Hold on, because my blinds now have moved into a bad position. Off today.
Who fucking cares?
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
Fuck you, Phil. Bruh.
Okay, so now that that playthrough is done, okay, we have a couple things. Number one, we have to figure out, are we going to continue to do Retro React once a week like this on Sunday nights? Because right now, all my Sunday is reacting. Like, the entire day is reacting, right? And I'm okay with that. But are you? I want to do what you guys want. Do you want more gameplay now? Because now we're done with that, and do you think that we should play more gameplay, do an extra gameplay stream a week, right? What do you think, Jasper?
Bruh.
Nope. What do you think, buddy?
Fuck you, Phil.
You, Phil!
Jasper Kitty decided to wake me up at 6 a.m. this morning. Yeah, for no good reason. He just said, I feel like we can fill up.
That's my normal wake up time. I was up at 6 a.m. today because it's normal for me to get up at that time to go to work.
Yeah, why'd you do that? If I seem a little tired today, you know why, because you disturbed my sleep so early. Anyway, so
Shut up, bitch!
here's the thing, right? Now that Heavy Rain is done, we have to determine what the next Retro React will be, because you guys are absolutely telling me keep doing it. It's the best. Some people think that the Retro React is the best thing I'm doing on all my channels, which is crazy to me. But here's the thing. The reason I kept doing it once a week is because it was doing well. People were showing up, engaging, and supporting. If that pattern continues, I'll keep doing it once a week. But if we keep doing it and then it gets basically kind of stale, people are getting bored of it, not showing up, not engaging, not supporting, not too interested, we won't do it once a week. Maybe we'll do it.
So you're openly admitting now, without any fucking, pretense, that you're only doing it for the dollars. That's what I mean. Hey, Phil's finally pretending. He stopped pretending. He stopped pretending it was for any other reason. Fair play to Phil for finally admitting he's doing it solely for the money.
Every other week. Maybe we'll do it every third week, okay? The thing is, it takes a long time to get through games. For example, Heavy Rain is a short game. It's 60 parts, and if you do the math from back then, each part was around 10 minutes long, so it's about a 10-hour game. It took us 6 weeks to get through a 10-hour game, okay? So you can imagine if I'm actually playing a lengthy game of 20, 30 hours, that's going to take us like months and months. So, yeah, that's the deal with that. Doing it weekly makes sense, but at the very same time, it is a sacrifice of a gameplay stream, right? So what's the best choice? I don't know yet. Here's the deal. There's a poll right now over on DSP Throwback to choose the next Retro React event. And the game choices are as follows, okay? Number 1, Dark Souls 1 continuing, because we already did the first hour to 2 hours of gameplay. We ended at the Tauren boss, I think Tauren boss, whatever it's called. We didn't beat it yet. So it would be continuing on from there, okay? Number 2, the Bully playthrough from 2013, which started off as a camera pointed at the TV, but then I switched to direct capture mid-playthrough. And then it finished mid-capture as my first ever direct capture playthrough. Pretty interesting. Right, Jasper?
Nope.
Number 3, Bioshock 1 from 2009. One of my earliest full playthroughs that I ever did, so very old-style commentary and visuals. And number 4, hold on. Excuse me, I felt that burp coming. I wanted to get it out of the way of the microphone. And number 4, Mass Effect 1, my classic playthrough, the first one I ever played on the internet. And it was actually an insanity difficulty run because I played it New Game Plus. Hence, the Thugs on the Floor song that originated from that playthrough. I'm literally shooting a playthrough and filling the enemies with bullets, and they're not dying because they're basically bullet sponges because I'm playing on the hardest difficulty. Okay, so basically, which one would you guys like to see? Please vote. You have to head to the DSP Throwback channel. On the community tab on the channel page is a poll for the 4. Please vote. All right, you will directly choose what I will be playing next week. Well, what I'll be watching and reacting to next week for Retro React via that poll. All right. Now, again, depending on how that does next week, if the stream does well, if people show up and engage and support the stream, I'll keep doing it weekly. But if we find that all of a sudden it dies out, then I won't. We'll reduce the amount that I do it. And the thing, here's what I've noticed, okay? This is just me doing this for a long time.
Here we go. Here we go.
When you do something all the time, it's not special anymore, right? If I did a tier maker every week, people would be bored of them. If I did feasting with Phil every day, people would be bored with them. But because these are things that I only do every once in a while, they're more special. So the same goes for the Retro React. I'm doing them weekly now, and people really wanted me to do Heavy Rain in that method. Well, now Heavy Rain's done. So now, next game, will it work, or will people get bored? Another thing about Retro React that you need to know, this is not a series that we have to finish the games, nor is it a series where it has to be the same game every week. So let's say, for example, Bioshock wins the poll this week. We could play that next week and see how it goes, and if people don't like it as much, we could do another poll, and we could change games the week after. And that's okay. That's the kind of the idea, is to get a variety of all the stuff that I used to do back in the day and react to it and see the differences between the playthroughs and all of that. That's the point of the series, really. You know, it's cool if a game is so interesting like Heavy Rain that we want to do the whole thing. We don't always have to do the whole thing. That was never really the premise of the project to begin with.
Who fucking cares?
So that's what I'm thinking anyway. Let me know what you think about that, okay? And please vote, all right? So that's important that you vote on the Retro React for next week. And then we'll take it from there. That's number 1, okay? Number 2, the Red Dead Redemption playthrough is about to finish. In fact, as of this morning, the latest part is the end of Dutch. Which is funny, because if you're just playing Red Dead 1, Dutch only shows up for like an hour to an hour and a half before he's dead. And then you're moving on to the epilogue of the game. So it's not that big of a deal. But if you've played Red Dead 2 first, and then...
I mean, it was kind of a big deal because, like, every single person you kind of went through as well to get to Dutch, he was the head honcho. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where in the game itself, I did feel a little bit underwhelmed when there wasn't more involvement with Dutch, but it was always like a lingering presence, even in the first game. You know, before we even knew what happened in Red Dead Redemption 2, which was a prequel, you know, it was still that kind of lingering presence where he talked, and you'd always have like, you share these kind of these things with Bill Williamson, you know what I mean, the first fucking, you know, enemy you've got, and then like Harvey as well, and all that shit, all these fucking, your old like fucking family basically, you know, you fucking ran with, and Dutch's fucking gang. I fucking love Red Dead Redemption. I mean, the story, probably the two most enjoyable games I've probably ever played and would happily play again and again is Red Dead and Red Dead 2. But that maybe I'm just a bit biased, whatever. But I just thought the whole story and the whole way the game played and felt and what it was just sort of a really entertaining fucking game, and especially the second game, and knocked it the fucking park.
And you play Red Dead 1. Well, Dutch is like the main character, one of the main characters, not the main character, one of the main characters of Red Dead 2. So actually, the showdown that John Marston has with him in Red Dead 1 is way more important, playing them in that order, okay? So anyway, we're in the home stretch. For what I'm to understand, maybe a few more parts of Red Dead 1, and the playthrough's done. So once Red Dead 1 is done, we're starting a new project, and it is official. It's going to be Fallout 3, okay? Now, my original Fallout 3 run is a very huge internet classic, all right? People back in the day, before there was, you know, people cared about HD video and widescreen and all that. I mean, this was a horrible quality playthrough. It was my old 4:3 digital camera pointed at an angle at my television to fit my widescreen TV into a 4:3 aspect ratio. The camera had autofocus issues. The camera had huge audio issues, color issues. Everything was terrible, okay? So,
but Phil, I thought you didn't see color.
Yeah, pretty bad quality, but the gameplay and commentary are legendary. Like everyone says, yeah, we know about the Fallout 3 playthrough Phil did years ago. He's getting drunk and he's lost in the sewers and he's killing townspeople. And, you know, it was just one of the most irreverent playthroughs ever done back in the day. Okay? So, yes, we're doing it. And ladies and gentlemen, I have an update on this. I think you're going to enjoy this update. You ready for this? I have seen part 1. Part 1 has been completed. Let me tell you something. This restoration is pretty impressive. Okay? Now listen, it's not full 1440p HD, okay? It's not monstrous quality jumps, but the playthrough has been taken from 4:3 aspect ratio, crushed at an angle, and actually put to full screen 16:9. And it works. It looks really good. I was watching it, I was like, I don't even know how you did this. I mean, technology has advanced a ton to be able to...
Oh my god. I can't wait to see this now. I can't wait to check it out for myself. I made a tweet about this. Earlier on today. And it basically said, wow, guys, this looks incredible. It's almost like he used footage from an alternative source or something. I can imagine Phil saying that. I can actually imagine him saying something along those goddamn lines. But yeah, the problem here, somehow his editors are going to stretch a 4:3 camera to 16:9 and from a camera 480p to 1080p for Fallout 3 for DSP throwback. There's no way this will look good, and I've got to agree, there's only so much technology can do. What AI can do is try and fill in gaps to a certain extent, but it's not going to be flawless. It's hard to do it for photos, never mind goddamn video. The only way to counter that would essentially be use footage from another source and slap Phil's audio over the top of it. That's the only kind of alternative I can think of to get around some of these issues. Well, let's see. I guess we'll have to wait and see, and we'll check out when it comes out.
To resize the video like that and make it look like it was never scrunched to the side. It actually looks like you're playing the game in widescreen. I was like, wow. I was dramatically impressed by the improvements of the visuals in this redone playthrough. So basically, it's a true remaster at this point. Okay? And, I think it's going to be fun because this was the first time ever when I played Fallout 3 that I'd ever played a longer game. I'd always been I'd always been playing shorter games on my channels, and Fallout 3 was the first one where I actually like went long form into a longer playthrough. Now keep in mind, I didn't have like any concept of how much content the game had or anything like that. So the first playthrough was only 22 hours.
Then why the fuck did you buy it?
Hours long. I skipped tons of the content in Fallout 3. After I beat the game, I went back to it and I replayed it and did all the hidden content I had missed, all the side content, and that was like another 19-hour run. So this run doesn't have half the content, but it is the original run. So yes, I am restoring that playthrough, and that playthrough will begin to go live after Red Dead Redemption completes. Okay, so if you liked Fallout 3 back in the day and you want to see an awesome upgraded version, including restored actual widescreen aspect ratio, 720p visuals, because that's what we're going for this. Keep in mind, the original is less than 480p. So we're going to make it 720p visuals, okay? Better audio, longer 30-minute parts, proper titling, proper playlist, proper thumbnails, an actually watchable, digestible playthrough instead of that really old, crappy side camera, low resolution, okay? If you're excited for that, I certainly hope you'll check out this playthrough, because I'm telling you, a lot of work's going to go into it to get it working, all right?
None from you, though. No, heaven forbid you should do any goddamn work or effort to try and restore this crap. No. A lot of work's gone into it, but absolutely fuck all from you. Apart from pressing the upload button or something.
Right. Now, once those parts are live, let's say we get that playthrough going in a month, and the parts are going live, then, all right, then, if you guys wanted to see me do a retro react to that, we could do it. But those parts need to go live first, so that way we can scrub it of any music that would make it blocked on YouTube, and we can make sure that it's watchable, okay? So let's see what happens with this playthrough. It's coming up. I'm just excited. After seeing this part, I was like, wow, that looks significantly good. I was very impressed with how it looked after the work that's been put into it. So, pretty good. Pretty good. And I hope you're getting excited for that. The next project on DSP Throwback, okay? Now, after Final Fantasy 13 finishes on DSP Throwback, which will probably be a month or two, thinking about maybe LA Noire or maybe something else. We'll have to talk about it. But some exciting plans that I have for the channel later this year. The cool thing is, I've done so many playthroughs over the years, the potential is almost limitless. For example, let's say September, October is hitting, right? We could get into the holiday spirit, and we can do retro react to The Walking Dead, the classic series, right? That people loved to see me play back in the day. We could react to that on the retro react series.
Did he refer to Halloween as Holiday Spirit? I thought that was reserved for basically Christmas. Saying Holiday Spirit. Halloween Spirit maybe, but look, Halloween's kind of cool, but I wouldn't fucking say it's. I wouldn't use the phrase Holiday Spirit for that. That is only for Christmas, in my opinion.
How about Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare playthrough, right? And we could do that around October-ish for Halloween and have that be the playthrough that's going live on the channel. So we can actually do themed things around the year to do stuff timed. And I think that would be great, right? And get us into the real spirit of what's going on whenever those, certain times of the year. And what I would say is, if you guys could think of anything that would be timely, like for example, can you think of a playthrough that I did that was synonymous with the summer? Can you think of a playthrough that I did?
Okay, hold on 2 seconds. I need to do this.
That would be timely. Like for example, can you think of a playthrough that I did?
So hold on, I'm doing this on Meester's sake, because I know Meester would definitely want this as a screenshot frame or freeze frame, whatever. So let me find the right perfect one. Let me find this spot on one. Which one? Jesus Christ, it gets worse and worse. That might be it. That one right there could be the money shot right there. Does it get worse? Oh, it might get a bit. I don't know. What do we think? Down or to side? Down or side? I don't know. Like both. I guess both. Hold on. I'll do both. We'll do this one first, okay? We'll do this one first. Give me a second here. There we go. Goodness, this should work perfectly because Phil's wearing a boring grey jumper, so it shouldn't affect, this should be a perfect little crop out. Shouldn't be any issues whatsoever. There we go. Tickety-boo. Let me just throw that in my members Discord, and they can do with that whatever they wish. And then let's go back, of course. we need to go back. Let's get rid of the throwback thing, and let's go again. Few more frames forward. Oh my god, it gets worse. I didn't even realize it got this bad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know what to pick. There's so much choice. It's like the Matrix. The problem is choice. Oh my god. I mean, there's an overabundance of potential thumbnails here. Give me a second. This is a good one. I've got to do this one. Oh my god. One more time. Oh Jesus Christ! And there we go. Let my members enjoy that as well. On the members Discord. What in the hell, Phil? What in the hell? You know, I think I'm going to stop there. That's two from that. That's pretty much as good as it'll get, I think. Let's crack on with the bingo.
Summer. Can you think of a playthrough that I did that's synonymous with a certain, you know, holiday or time frame? Let me know. Like, let's talk about that, and maybe we could actually time that stuff, you know, for that time of year on the channel. I think that would make a lot of sense. Okay? Because here's the thing. Right now, people said, well, Phil, aren't you going to do your alternate choices gameplay of Heavy Rain? Aren't you going to do the Taxidermist DLC for Heavy Rain? I'm like, no. We just did 6 weeks of Heavy Rain. I'm tired of it now. You know, yes, there's a lot more content we could do with that game down the road, but if you just keep doing the same content over and over, it gets stale. I don't want to keep reacting to Heavy Rain for the next 2 months. It's going to be boring. I'm already...
So, Phil, if doing the same content every single day gets stale, then how do you justify the podcast? When you reiterate the same schedule and the same fucking daily crap and the same fucking opinions every day?
Already, like, done with the game. I want to move on and do other stuff, you see? So, that's the deal. DSP Throwback. The future is bright. A new Retro React next week. Please vote for it. We'll keep it in the rotation if it goes well. If not, we can reduce the amount we play it. We could start swapping the games around if we so choose. Red Dead Redemption is going to conclude very soon, and the Fallout 3 restored playthrough will begin. And long term, I'm looking at the year and saying, hey, let's do some timely stuff around certain times of the year, and I think it would work out really, really well. Okay? Cool. Turtle Dude, no, all we're doing, he's saying, how are you going to do the music in Fallout? We're going to keep it all as much as we can. But anytime that it plays one of those old-timey songs, like on the Pip-Boy, like on the radio station, YouTube has a tendency to block that music or give it big copyright issues. So what we want to do is scrub the music. That's all it's going to be. It's going to be, you'll still hear the sound, you'll still hear me talking, but the music you won't hear anymore. It's going to scrub it. So, there you have it. All right, so that's what's going on with DSP Throwback. Let's do a quick update on RPG Overload, but before we do, I have to blow my nose, so I'll be right back. Okay, I paused the recording. Let me blow my nose. I'll be right back, guys.
Fuck's sake. Jesus fucking Christ.
Who fucking cares?
This pause button is fucking hilarious. Oh, that's what I was going to fucking say. So, hold on. I'll wait for Phil to get back. Just so there's no... Fucking hurry up, Phil. Hurry the fuck up. So, remember Phil got so angry the other day about that comment about having an exit strategy? And Phil lost his damn mind and leaned the guy. We'll just pause, sorry now. One of the funniest things about that comment that triggered him so about having the exit strategy, if you actually go to the suggestion box thread and you look at the responses, OP Boon, who does his timestamps and all that shit for his fucking content, he liked the idea. He thought it was a brilliant suggestion for Phil to have an exit strategy, because he was all for it. He was thinking, yes, that's a brilliant suggestion. Thank you for suggesting that. And Phil sees it and fucking loses his damn mind and blocks the guy from fucking being on his fucking channel. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, that's... It's so funny to me that Phil can see one thing and feel, like, threatened by it, but his fans can see the same thing and think that is a very good, helpful bit of advice. But I guess, I mean, this is Phil's life, you know what I mean? This is what happens, but yeah. For fuck's sake, Phil. People are losing their damn minds about Phil's fucking goddamn moobs. Jesus Christ.
Nice shirt, 25 cents.
Enough of the fucking moobs shit. Let's just get on with the fucking bingo.
That's better. All right, let's continue. Okay, and I'm back. So, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it is true. We are still currently in the midst of RPG Overload, now featuring my avatar from Dragon's Dogma 2. Yes, we have a million RPGs going on.
That's an interesting number. 1 million. Yeah, I've not done it for a while. It's been a wee while, so I've got to do it.
Jesus!
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, 6 million. 6 million. That's a pretty interesting number, isn't it? 6 million. Well, guess what? You're wrong. It didn't happen. You're making it up, right? You make that shit up. No, how about this? Banned. Gone forever. Because I don't put up with your fucking bullshit.
Now that was good. Now that was a fucking good one.
The bar's being raised.
I had to do it. I can't even remember the last time I'd done that. I had to do it. Some things are just a necessity. Some things are just mandatory. And Phil said million. He gave me a window of opportunity, and I seized it.
We need to finish the two that have been the most lingering, which are Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. The good news is, as we play these games daily now, we're making great strides. If I hadn't been doing what I'm doing for the last week, it would have been months before we finished these. Seriously, like we wouldn't have finished Baldur's Gate or Like a Dragon until like June. So I'm glad we're making a giant push to finish, okay? Today in Baldur's Gate 3, we're taking on the Steel Watch at the Foundry, and then we're taking on Gortash. So we absolutely should be able to make giant progress today, all right? In fact, some people are saying, likely I'll do both in one sitting because I am, you know, the highest level and my party's great. So it shouldn't be a big deal. I should make great progress today. Excuse me. And if I do, that means tomorrow we start the end game. That means likely Wednesday we'll finish the end game. And that means Friday we can probably do the epilogue of the game and we're done. I'd sure be happy with that if that's how it goes. Now, if anything holds me up, I guess there's not much we can do about that. But I certainly hope that we can finish this game this week, okay? In regards to Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, we've run into a small snag, okay?
Is him discussing RPG Overload count as drama talk, or is that just clutching at straws?
The snag is thus. In order to beat Like a Dragon, you have to be around level 50, okay? But you can't be level 50 with one party. There's 2 different parties in the game, and you have to be level 50 with both. Currently, I'm in Hawaii, and I'm playing with the Ichiban Kasuga party. Boy, I can't even say his name correctly anymore, right? So, basically, because the end game is a big jump in difficulty, there is required grinding. Like, even my wife, who beat this game months ago, told me, when you get to the end of the game, you have to grind to beat it. There's no way around it. Okay? So, with Kasuga's team, we are currently in an optional dungeon. And what I'm thinking about doing tonight on the late stream is focusing just on that dungeon for 2.5 hours. Like, let's finish it up. We're actually in the midst of the level 2 run in the dungeon. We're halfway through. If we can finish the level 2 run and then do the level 3 run tonight, likely our team will be near level 50, the max level. So we'll be almost ready to finish the game, and then we can just go right into the end game story. The problem is, at some point, we're going to flip over to Kiryu's team, and Kiryu's team also is going to have to finish the game, and they also have to be level 50. Currently, they're like level 42, 43. So there may be a situation where we do a grindy stream tonight. Tomorrow night, we finish up chapter 13. We head into the final chapter of the game, but then we switch over to Kiryu's team, and we have to do more grinding. That's actually what happened to my wife. She got to this point in the game, and she just had to keep going back and grinding in the dungeon to finish the game. And then she beat it easily, but that's the problem. You have to do that. There's like no way to beat the game. You'll be way under leveled, and everything will kick your ass, and you can't finish it. So, let's see how it goes. But the plan is, hopefully, if things go according to plan and we make the good progress that I want to make, we should finish it, hopefully, again, by this coming weekend. It may not be Friday. Maybe it'll be like Saturday or even Monday next week. But it looks like we should beat it in the next week. Okay? However, that means I'm not going to go back and do hundreds of hours of side content. This game has a tremendous amount of side content. But we're already almost 60 hours into the playthrough, and everyone wants to see it end. So, I'm on the same boat as you guys. Like, I understand. I want to see the content, but it takes too long. And people are clamoring for new games, and I can't play them. So, I think it's just time to put my foot down and say, listen, you know, even though I understand that the playthrough could be different, if circumstances were different, I probably would take the time to do the content. But there's not much I can really do about this. I've got to finish the game so we can move on to new stuff. Like when April hits, I want to be playing new games. You understand? I can't still be playing these fucking games. 4 months into the year, we're still playing the same 2 fucking video games. This is insane at this point. Okay? So, there you go. Let's see if we can get through them this week. That's the focus, because I really have nothing to talk about when it comes to the schedule. This is the focus. Once we finish Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon, then we can get Dragon's Dogma 2. Then we can bring back Final Fantasy 7. Then we can actually have a co-op playthrough with my wife. Then I want to play Alone in the Dark, which I think would be great variety, okay? Okay.
That's a beefy snort.
All right, there you have it. That's what's going on. So schedule-wise this week, it's very simple. All 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Baldur's Gate 3 on the day stream, Like a Dragon on the night stream. We're trying to finish these games. And I know for some of you, you're like, I don't want those games. I hear you. I got to finish them. If we don't finish them, we will be in limbo forever. I will never get a month of April where we get variety unless I finish the lingering playthroughs that we're working on now. So we have to do it. Okay? Cool? And then Thursday, I'm off. Friday, when I come back, it'll be likely more Baldur's Gate 3 and more Like a Dragon. And I'm hoping that we'll finish these games up by, you know, Saturday or whatever. And then there you go. Okay? Dark Gaming, I've said a million times, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing side content. We have to finish the game. If I put on hold for 10 months, it's going to come back and just end.
I said a million again. I'm not doing that again. I'm just kidding on. It said million again, but once is enough.
Dark Gaming says, oh, just put it on hold for 10 months and come back later and do the side content. I explained.
Was that a blind snort? Did he cover his eyes then snort?
On hold for 10 months and come back later and do the side content.
He did, you know. That's why I counter it. We have a free space already, thanks to Phil snorting 10 times. But yeah, we're at 13 snorts already, so we may get another free space based on the snorts again. Remember, these double up. 20 snorts would be 2 free spaces. People are trying to people think this is drama talk. Him discussing his RPG overload. Let's just put it on hold for now. We'll put a pin in it and call it maybe.
I explained much earlier this year before these games came out, this is exactly what was going to happen. I explained it in detail. Go back and watch my podcast from January. I dare you. Nope. I literally predicted this exact scenario would happen. That Baldur's Gate 3 is too long of an RPG. That Like a Dragon, followed by Final Fantasy 7, followed by Dragon's Dogma, followed by RPG. That it's just going to cause overload, and we're not going to be able to take our time with these games, and it's going to suck. I absolutely, to a T, predicted this would happen. It's you know, what can I do? It's a simple matter of, moving forward, I can't play RPGs like this. I just can't. You cannot play this many RPGs. It doesn't work. We have to pick and choose, and all the other RPGs either have to wait or just get skipped. You cannot play 5 RPGs at once.
Who fucking cares?
Fuck you, Phil.
Fuck you, Phil. Ah.
Why did I play them all? Because there was no other games out. All other games suck. Literally for a 2-month span there. For January, February, and the first part of March, all the other games suck. Right? Suicide Squad, a fucking dud. Helldivers 2, not the kind of game I'm going to play. A great game, but not the kind of game I play. So it's nothing to do. Pal World lasted 2 weeks. Done. Right? I mean, I could keep going. We could name all these games that were either supposed to be good or would have been things that were good and didn't work. Battlefront Collection, dud. Like, what else do you want me to do? Nothing else going on, you know? And Tekken, I hit the wall. I got to the skill cap that I could do in Tekken.
Hey, he admits he wasn't good enough. Finally.
And then I couldn't make any progress after that. I've actually hit the wall, the limit of what I could do in Tekken without investing way more time. And we're already behind on all the other playthroughs, so we're not investing way more time. Jasper, you're not going to chew my wire. Sorry. So, there you go. Okay. So that's really it. When it comes down to it, that's what I have to discuss for today. Okay? I don't really have much else. The only other thing that's going on right now that I want to let people be aware of, there's 2 interesting things about Dragon's Dogma 2 I'd like to talk about today. So I guess we will. In a little segment that I like to call DSP News. Okay?
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Barrack Wells for the super chat, who says, Helldivers, not his style of game, but he's hyping up the next horror survival game. I mean, I don't understand why he and Cat couldn't play the game together. I mean, I guess technically you can't play it locally and then do multiplayer. You'd have to fucking have 2 different consoles be linked up. You know, it could have been, she could have fucking been downstairs playing it as well. Like, she wouldn't have had to have had been a stream presence. She could have been playing the game on her console with Phil. We're playing together, but she's not on stream. That would also work out well for Kat because she's obviously not very comfortable, you know, and plus it would work out for Phil since they won't have to rearrange a setup or whatever. That he ignored this fun sounding game that you can play co-op. I don't know, and Phil's complaining about the game developers all releasing RPGs at the same time. He could easily have fucking just went to his mini PC and picked any game. Like, pretty much, he has a fucking massive library of games waiting for him to play that aren't necessarily brand fucking new titles, but they'll still be games that his audience will be interested in seeing, and he'd probably be interested in playing. But he refuses to fucking do his homework and do the research. Instead, and so he's saying he went and predicted everything would happen, but he's still done it. It's like he set himself up for failure, knowing he's going to fail. And it's not his fault though. It's the game developer's fault. Makes sense of that.
Okay, so 2 pieces of Dragon's Dogma info that you all should be aware of if you're playing the game or interested in it, okay? Number 1, Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to have a big patch. And it's going to fix various different things, but most notably, on console, there's going to be an option to have the game always run at 30 frames. Now, I don't know if I believe that. They're saying it's a 30 frames cap.
Whoa, what happened there? Phil's stream just seemed to fucking cut out something.
There's going to be an option to have the game always run at 30 frames. Now, I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, that wasn't me. That wasn't me skipping anything. That was just on Phil's end. So Phil's stream did that. His internet must have blipped for a second.
They're saying it's a 30 frames cap. Well, I don't see the console version running much higher than 30 frames. So I don't know why it would need a 30 frame cap. I don't understand. If this game was fluctuating like 50 frames, 40 frames, 20 frames, 30 frames, I'd be like, oh, 30 frame cap is good. But the game for the most part runs around like 30 frames, maybe 25. So why it needs a cap, I have no idea. They're also going to have an option to turn off ray tracing and motion blur. Well, I think the motion blur thing never should have been in the game to begin with. I don't agree with video games even having motion blur. I think that it looks horrible. It's always jarring, right? They try to put it in everything now. They try to put it in every single video game, and I don't know a single person that likes motion blur and leaves that shit on. It's terrible. It actually distracts the eye. It's just not good. So likely I'll turn the motion blur off. Ray tracing, well, I like...
Look, motion blur is okay if you want to try and do something cinematic and cool with the game. I will agree, like, as a bit of a nuisance, you know, if you're playing the game normally, whatever. But if you're trying to make something look cool in the game, and you're fucking one of these kind of like game machinima makers, you're fucking doing montages or something or whatever, it's a cool feature to have.
Ray tracing on, but if I turn off ray tracing and the game runs significantly better and doesn't chug along in combat, then I would probably turn the ray tracing off as well. You know, so those are good. I mean, it should have had those to begin with. I don't know why it didn't. On Steam, apparently they're supposed to add improved visuals with DLSS. And then on all platforms, they're going to have the ability to have more than one game at a time, because right now you can only have one game going in the game, which is dumb. What if you are playing the game and you want to do a second run simultaneously, or you have another person in the house who wants to play the game? Right now, they can't even do that. The game only has one save. So they're going to have the ability to have 2 simultaneous saves or more. And I guess they're going to increase the number of metamorphosis scrolls available to 99. I have no idea what that means. Okay. Also, they're supposedly going to improve things like the subtitles and stuff like that. Like if you remember when I played it on Friday, one of my major complaints was, wow, these subtitles, they suck. They're so small and everything. So they're supposed to add options to make like the text more legible in the game.
But being blind as fuck then, boy.
So that's obviously a good thing. Now, there is something going on right now, okay, in Dragon's Dogma 2 that has just been discovered like within the last 24 hours. And I have no clue why this would be in the game. It sounds incredibly stupid to me. There is something in the game called like either like Dragon Rot or the Dragon Curse. Okay. I looked into it because I started seeing articles about it pop up overnight. Just listen to this. If you're fighting in the game and you fight either a Drake or a Dragon, and your pawns are getting hit by the Drake or the Dragon, there is a random chance that your pawn can contract a disease. And that disease only affects pawns, but is contagious and can catch onto other pawns in the game, including your entire pawn party or other pawns you interact with. What?
Burger.
Okay. And your pawn will stop obeying you. Your pawn will give you a hard time about anything. And if you don't find a way to cure the pawn, it could actually kill your playthrough. Because what happens is there's a random chance every time you go to sleep with a pawn that's infected in your party, the pawn turns into a dragon in your sleep. And when you wake up, the dragon attacks the town and kills all the NPCs, and it soft locks your game.
That sounds kind of cool, but at the same time, it would be annoying.
And if you think I'm joking, there's videos of it now because people have been playing the game for a few days, and now it started to happen. And people are like, oh shit, what? They'd wake up and the whole town's ravaged. They're like, what the fuck? Like, half the NPCs are dead. And the thing is, if NPCs die in the game, you can resurrect them, but you need a wake stone. Well, wake stones are rare. They're not just easy things to find. You have to find, like, wake stone fragments to form a wake stone. Now, imagine if the dragon killed half the town, so now you have no vendors. No, the story NPCs are all missing. You can't even make progress in the game. It could literally soft lock your game. Okay? So, how do you fix this? Well, you have to be watching your pawns. If your pawn number one stops obeying you and gives you a hard time, they might be infected. And what you got to do, if you look at your pawn in lighting, their eyes will be reddish color or glow, and that means that they're infected with this dragon curse. And what you need to do, listen to this. You need to find a lake or a body of water, and you need to grab your pawn and throw them in the water so they die. Once they die and respawn, they've been cured of the curse. So you have to purposefully kill your pawn to get them to be healed.
Who fucking cares?
So I just want you to think about this. What purpose does this serve? At all, right? Does this actually add any purpose to the game? I mean, I get it. It's a weird random factor that I don't think I've ever heard of anything like this in any video game before. Okay? But why would you put a contagion? We just went through a worldwide pandemic just a few years ago. Why would you put...
All right. Him bringing up the fucking pandemic.
Burger?
Definitely drama talk. Look, you know, that's a good one right there. That's an interesting segue to make it a Hollywood drama. Let's rewind and get the full context.
Put a contagion... We just went through a worldwide pandemic just a few years ago. Why would you put a deadly virus into this game? You know, you're playing a medieval RPG. You're trying to escape real world with a fantasy thing. And then what do? They put in a fucking contagious virus
This motherfucker genuinely said real world instead of reality. What a bitch.
That could literally screw up your playthrough, right? It's like, what? I just don't see. Jasper, could you please stop with that? Jasper, kid, stop.
Shut up, bitch!
Really wants to get my attention. Stop doing wire. Stop it.
Boss.
Hey, stop. Fuck you and your friend. Jasper, he's really not listening today.
Nice shot,
Jasper,
25 cents.
stop chewing the wire. Stop doing it. Give me a headache. All right, just behave.
Nope.
Fuck you, Phil.
You, Phil!
Are you gonna stop now? Now that I had to yell, are you gonna stop?
Nope.
You're gonna be good now?
Nope.
Or do I have to yell more? I don't want to yell. Cats will be cats, and if they want attention, they're gonna do what they want to do to get your attention. He wants my attention right now. He knows he can't have it, so he's gonna misbehave on purpose. Because the funny part is, he never plays with wires at all in this room, unless he can't get my attention. Then he'll do it. So you know he actually isn't doing it because he thinks it's fun. He's doing it because he thinks this is gonna get Dad's attention. You know?
You just call yourself dad there, you fucking dork.
Okay.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you. What the fuck? Thank you very much to ES for the super chat. It says, COVID was no joke. My grandpa turned into a dragon. Oh, I didn't expect that. Reading like the first part of that super chat, I wasn't expecting that turn of events. Caught me off guard. I was expecting to put my sympathetic hat on there and go, I'm so sorry for you. What? Wait a second, what? I guess there's worse things to turn into, you know. There you go. It's an improvement, you know. He's a dragon that can spit hot fire, you know. I can relate to that. But yeah, thank you very much for the super chat. Much appreciated.
All right. So anyway, yes, having a contagious disease in an RPG is kind of a unique and weird thing. But the fact that you could accidentally...
Oh, Phil said unique. We have another one.
Burger.
There we go. Good stuff indeed. I can't believe he avoided saying fucking reality though. What a fucking prick.
Contagious disease in an RPG is kind of a unique and weird thing. But the fact that you could accidentally have a random chance to have your game essentially stopped. Imagine playing the game for like 80 hours and then this happens and now you can't make any progress and your game's done. And you can't fix it either. Like, right? I don't know if I agree with this. Like, I have to tell my wife, she's still playing the game. She's been playing it all weekend. I have to tell her about this. So she's aware.
Wait. She doesn't know yet. It's a good job she's at work then, instead of at home playing the game right now.
Because I don't want her game to be ruined. Imagine she's going to be very upset if she's playing this game for a while and her game's ruined because of this.
So, God, she might order more DoorDash to fucking cope.
So, yeah, I got to tell her about it. And be aware, if you're playing Dragon's Dogma 2, if you don't want to get soft locked and you can't progress because people are dead, I strongly recommend you keep your eyes peeled for this dragon sickness. Okay? Okay. Cool. Back to the show. That's all I got for the news today. I think what we'll do, why don't we start with shoutouts today? Because I have a few things to shout out, and I'm curious if any topics will come out of the shoutouts. Because yesterday we did suggestion box. I don't know if I want to do it 2 days in a row. Okay. Escanor says there's a way to fix it. Yeah, I just said you have to kill your pawn. If you kill the pawn purposefully, then they get cured of the sickness. The thing is, can you solve, if NPCs die in Dragon's Dogma 2, can you fix that? Yes, but you need wake stones. And wake stones are rare in the game, so that's the problem. Like, imagine if half a town dies and 3 of those are critical story NPCs, so now you have to go grind to get wake stones to revive them. It's like, do you really want to do that? You know, it's kind of a weird mechanic in the game, right?
I think it's a pretty interesting one. I think it's pretty cool.
Okay. All right. Let's get started. So first of all, on the YouTube side of things, let's do some shout outs. And thank you, because yesterday we literally had like nothing on the YouTube side of things. So I appreciate getting some.
You are given 50 members. Somebody came along with an apparently legitimate 50 member bomb. Are you completely forgetting that? Because that is also YouTube side support.
Contributions here. Oh, really? Escanor says you can get an everlasting wake stone that brings everyone back. Oh, well, is that a rare thing in a hard quest? Because apparently no one knows about that. Apparently that's something that people are just discovering now. All right, anyway, so we started off today with Pimpin' Pat, who did a super chat and says, can you use a different thumbnail for podcasts? What do you mean? My podcast every day has a thumbnail of me, like a frame of me from the podcast. So I don't know what you mean. Can I use a different thumbnail for the podcast?
Maybe they're just not very impressed with your thumbnails for your podcast. It's a very simple thing. They're not a fan of the thumbnail. They're saying, can you do something different with a thumbnail? And you're like, but it's me. Isn't that what you want to see? Me in all my glory?
I do. Unless you mean something different. Pimp and Pat, if you can clarify in the chat. You don't have to do another super chat. I appreciate the super chat. You can tag me and let me know what you're talking about. Okay? Okay. BB Phil did a super chat and says he's sorry that he brought up a certain topic yesterday. He didn't know that it would derail the stream or whatever. It didn't really derail the stream, and it's fine. I know that you were of good intention, and as long as you're of good intention, that's fine. People who come in here and try to derail these streams, people right now who come in here and try to derail these streams with nonsense and toxicity, that I don't appreciate. You weren't trying to do that. You were trying to be genuine, and you didn't know the situation. It's all good. No worries. You notice I'm not mad or anything. It's fine. And Nico, thank you, Nico, for a super chat. So thank you guys for that so far. Let me get Nico is the latest super chatter. And just to clarify, because recently some people have been asking me a question such as, well, Phil, when you track tips and all of that, that's great, but why don't you track overall super chats? Okay.
Because he's not smart enough to try and, do the fucking currency conversion between dollars and euros and pounds and Argentinian pesos.
Here's a perfect example why. So this morning, I got a $2 tip from Pimp and Pat, a €5.99 Euro super chat from BB Phil, and a $2 or €2 super chat from Nico. I don't know currency conversion, right? And that's the thing. YouTube allows you to do these super chats in any currency. I'm not going to sit here every time that I get a super chat and start doing currency conversions to figure out who's the biggest contributor. Okay.
But the kind of funny thing is that that wouldn't be an issue for me, because as you guys can see on the screen, like it shows you the bottom left, the most recent super chat there was from when his grandpa turned into a dragon, and because I have Stream Elements and I'm set up on Stream Elements, it automatically converts it for me. So you guys can see in the chat when he went and done his contribution at the time, it was a $2 super chat. And because it knows I'm pound sterling, it automatically converts that to £1.59. So there you go. So, but remember though, Phil can't have that feature for himself because he got banned from Stream Elements, and he was banned from Streamlabs because he's a toxic, racist, homophobic piece of shit. But apparently the detractors are to blame for that.
Okay, that's a major problem. If YouTube had it all come in the same currency, I'd be fine with doing, top super chatter of the day. But sadly, they don't do that. So what I do is I just put up the last super chatter. And so that way, whoever's the latest gets some attention. And I'll be honest, it also gives incentive that if you just super chat, doesn't matter the amount, you'll also get on the leaderboard. You see? So that way, I feel like with top tip, it makes sense to do that. But sometimes people feel left out. Like, hey, I contributed. I couldn't be the top tip today, but it would have been nice to get some recognition on the leaderboard. You can't get that with tips because it's always the top tipper. With super chats, you have a chance to be up there. Even if you just did, a $1 super chat, you can still be on the leaderboard for a little bit if you're the latest super chatter. See? It kind of goes both ways, because then people could argue, yeah, but then if you're the top super chatter of the day, what if you're only on there for 10 seconds because someone super chatted right after you? You're right. So there's pros and cons to each methodology. If YouTube would auto-convert currency for super chats, I probably would do super chats the same exact way that I do tips, but YouTube does it this weird way, and nothing I can really do about that. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here like a bank doing currency conversions every super chat that comes in to figure out, was that the top? Oh no, it was off by 5 cents. Darn, you didn't make the leaderboard, right? Okay. Okay, first tip of the day. A $20 tip, but there is no name attached to it. It seems to be anonymous. Okay, well, thank you so much for a $20 tip to get today started. We're an anonymous tipper. My eyes are burning because, like I said, Jasper woke me up at 6 in the morning, and then he kept trying to wake me up over the course of the next, several hours before I was supposed to be up. So now my sleep was disturbed, and now
hold on. Several hours. When somebody says several hours, to me that implies at least 3 or 4. So when I say several, I think 4, to be honest. A couple is 2. A few is 3. Several makes it feel like it's longer than that. So it's 6 AM, too early for him. And he was like, it's not time for me to wake up yet, Jasper. I need to wake up at my usual time of 10:50 AM or something. Oh my god, so Phil's feeling like a tired boy because Jasper woke him up. Look, it's, for God's sake. I want to rewind this just to get the full context, but Phil being an absolute bitch about seeing a fucking clock at 6 AM in the morning seems to have fucking ruined his entire day.
Dipper. My eyes are burning because, like I said, Jasper woke me up at 6 in the morning, and then he kept trying to wake me up over the course of the next, you know, several hours before I was supposed to be up. So now my sleep was disturbed, and now my eyes are burning and everything. I'm like, ugh. They just slept. I don't know what woke him up this morning. Okay, he says, hey, Phil, I wanted to shoot you a tip. I admire your perseverance to press forward despite all unfair treatment you get on the internet. I know you're not perfect, but your dedication to keep pumping out gameplay content despite the hate you get is what helps me get going when I'm feeling down. Keep doing you, Phil, and never give up. Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And in truth, this is why I basically try to ignore anything outside of the realm of what happens on my streams. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, you fucking mentioned side-scrollers straight out of fucking nowhere, like an RKO came out of nowhere. Like, you went out your way to bring up fucking Stuttering Craig from side-scrollers, from something that happened over a year ago. You cannot help but go back to the fucking well and dip your wee fucking gout-ridden toe in there.
Like, a lot of other content creators, they pay attention to other creators, they interact with other creators, they talk or collab or go on podcasts or whatever. For me, it seems like no matter what I do, there's always drama involved and someone trying to get attention based off of my name. So that's why I just don't bother with it anymore. I just don't. You know, there's some opportunities in this last year where, oh, someone wants to interview me, someone wants to do this, and immediately it's revealed, oh, it's just because of drama, you know? Turkey Tom does a documentary on me. Oh, I'd like to interview you and talk. Oh.
Turkey Tom, we have another. Oh my god, I swear to fuck, Turkey Tom has not mentioned DSP since like November of last year. And he is still firmly at the forefront of Phil's mind, living rent-free in there, alongside Tevin and Evil AJ and Keemstar and Side-Scrollers. There are so many people living rent-free in that odd shit head of his.
Okay. And then it comes out, oh, he wants to milk me for content. Like, he literally says this in his videos. I'm like, dude, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever fucking heard. Like, you treat people like animals. You milk them for content, you know, regardless of the consequence to the person. You make money on them. That's a great attitude to have in life, isn't it? Right? Or the...
Well, Phil, you are monetizing this podcast, and you are currently ranting and raving about other content creators for your own personal gain, arguably. How's it different? How is it different for you fucking saying they're a fucking toxic piece of shit on your own platform so you can monetize it afterwards? What's the difference? So,
recent situation with this Jay Hooft guy who I know nothing about seems to genuinely want to just hang out and have like a chill talk about video games and life, and then come to find out he's bad-mouthing me all over his Twitter account for drama purposes to get attention. It's like, the fuck? That's just how people treat me now. So I come to the point where like, I just don't care anymore. I'm here to be here with you guys and to hang out with you and have a good time with games and life and whatever we're doing, and that's it. I don't care about anyone else outside of these streams. I don't give a shit about any of them say. That's my attitude. And some people are like, well, then you ignore it all. You're ignorant to all of it, and you have no idea what people are saying or doing, and you don't respond to it. So that just allows them to have more power. I mean, you're right. When you don't defend yourself against endless amounts of slander, basically morons believe it. But
I'll tell you this right now. There's no way in hell Phil ignores it. He definitely fucking keeps tabs on things. We've seen plenty of evidence of that. Phil can fucking pretend to his audience he ignores it. He does not ignore it one fucking bit. He always seems to be aware of the latest detractor memes and all that shit, you know what I mean? And the funny, the rumours going on and all that shit. He always seems to allude to it in some capacity. He cannot help but keep an eye on things and try and learn what the fucking detractors are all fucking talking about and making fun of them about now.
Point is, morons believe it. I'm still here making a living. I'm still here, you know, having a good time. So I don't really care what morons think. And the sad fact is there's just more and more morons on this planet who just believe whatever because they're stupid and they want drama. They don't care about truth. So I don't care about them, you know? That's simple. Okay, let's continue. I received a $1 tip.
Nice copium, dumbass.
From Chimp Thoughts. I can't wait to see you play Dragon's Dogma 2 again. It's fun. The optional content is good. I haven't enjoyed an RPG this much since The Witcher 3. Yeah, I was liking it. I was digging it. My one day of 5.5 hours of gameplay, I was really enjoying it. The frame rate was choppy, and the camera needs some work. But outside of that, I was having a great time with it, and I can't wait to jump back into it sometime next week. So, fingers crossed, hopefulness that we'll get there sooner rather than later, right?
Fuck you, Phil.
I received a $10 tip. From Cheese. Cheese. Thank you, Cheese.
All about that cheddar.
Let's see what Cheese has to say. Have you considered ditching playing Baldur's Gate 3, but instead have a 6-hour-long philosophical debate about the puzzle from the last session in the underground with Swelto and the ethics of war? Yes. And I've decided against it. We are going to play Baldur's Gate 3 because I need to finish the game. But Maybe one day we'll have a 6-hour philosophical debate about Swelto's philosophies. We'll see. Okay. I received a $1.10 tip from Game Master. He says, IGM gave the new South Park game a 3 out of 10. By that logic, it gets lower scores than Bones and Suicide Squad. It sucks, though. I wanted the South Park game to be like the others. It's nothing like the others. I've told you. This is why people are asking me, are you going to play South Park Snow Day? It came out today, supposedly, right? And I was like, did you even bother to see the game? The game is awful. It's an online, third-person, co-op shooter, where all you're doing is you're walking through snow-filled streets of South Park, attacking other kids with snowballs and weapons. That's it. There's no RPG elements. It's not an RPG. So if you're thinking, oh, it's like the Stick of Truth, it's like Fractured But Whole, it's nothing like those games. It's not even made by the same dev team. It's completely different. They just took the license, the IP, and applied it to a very generic third-person online co-op action game. They tried to follow along other games and copy them and failed miserably. It looks like shit. It looks so boring. It looks like this is something you play for an hour and get so bored of it, you'll never play it again. So that's why it's a discounted game. They're not selling it for 60 or 70 bucks. They're selling it for what, like 30, I think? There's just nothing to it. Unless you're like a hardcore, diehard fan of South Park, or you're dying for a new co-op game to play with your friends, there's no reason to even give that game a single thought, you know?
Fuck you and your friends.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, why on earth would I be considering that when I've got Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Alone in the Dark, a co-op playthrough of Beyond Two Souls with my wife, and Battlefront, all waiting to be played? Why on earth would I be thinking about playing South Park right now, right? Like, that is the last thing on my mind. Oh yeah, one thing, guys. Hold on, I gotta try to fix these blinds again.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Phil. Again.
I clobbered my camera, by the way.
Good one.
Clobbered my camera here. Hold on.
It's clobbering time.
That better? Yes.
No, it's not.
That center? Now it looks like I'm off center. I'm too far.
Yeah, way too fucking far. Dumbass. Yeah, leave it there. Leave it fucking there, you dumb prick.
My door started to close. Shouldn't be in frame. There we go. Okay. Oh, what I was gonna say is we still need to keep talking about my birthday event. My birthday event is in like a week and a half now, or just about 2 weeks, a little under 2 weeks. And I put Stormwatch instead of Steelwatch. You're absolutely right. I don't know why I put Stormwatch. It's Steelwatch in the title here. There we go.
Fucking moron.
Thank you for pointing that out, Dark Gaming. I had the wrong title on the stream. I put Stormwatch instead of Steelwatch. Okay. So my birthday is in a little under 2 weeks. We're doing an event, but we have to determine two things. Number one.
Oh, for God's sake, I'm so bored of this. I'm going 1.5. I'm going 1.5. He bores the crap out of me. And we're 20 minutes behind live DSP anyway, so we should be plenty fine for speed up juice.
We have to figure out what tier maker we're going to do. Right now, the idea that we had was counting down like Mario games, favorite Mario games, and rank Mario game, video game. That could work, but is there any better ideas that you guys have for a tier maker? I would like to do a tier maker during the birthday event. We haven't done one in many, many months, okay? The last one we did was Christmas. So I'd like to do one, but I need ideas from you guys, what you would like to see me do for a tier maker, okay? That's number one. Number two, what other stuff should we do during this birthday event, right? Do you have any ideas of anything you'd like to see me do? Because right now, we're going to be doing the gaming schedule update, a tier maker, we're going to be having a Feasting with Phil segment, and a birthday cake segment, and I'm going to be having some liquor during the day. But what else? Like, what else would you like to see? That's what I want to figure out. Are there particular games you'd like to see me play? Like, would you like to see me make a return to, say, Street Fighter 6, do some casual play that day, maybe to get readjusted to the game and learn it again? Would you like to see me do some Battlefront online casual plays, messing around? Would you like to see me do advancement in any of the playthroughs I'm doing at that time? Is there anything else you can think of that you'd like to see me maybe jump back into? Maybe just for fun, boot up Elden Ring, right? Boot up Elden Ring and just see, get back into it for an hour or two. Just
another RPG? Wow. You spoil your audience, Phil.
To get back to the game, because we're going to have to get back into it soon anyway. I don't know. What do you guys think? Could I have my feast at lunch so in Europe people can attempt to eat with me? I mean, I eat early. I eat relatively early for Americans. Usually Americans eat dinner around between like 7 to 9 p.m. I eat my dinner between 4 and 5 p.m. So I eat way earlier than most people. If you actually do the math, I guess it's a 7-hour time difference between that and like Europe. So you would be able to eat. I guess you'd have to just have a late dinner if you wanted to eat with me or whatever. But I don't, no, I'm not going to be eating like super early. What I do is I have a breakfast before my streams, and then I have dinner. Like I just ate around 10:30 this morning. I had a bagel with cream cheese and coffee. That was my breakfast. So now I'm not going to eat again till dinner, and dinner will be probably between 4:35 p.m. For me. And then at night after my late stream, I usually have some kind of a snack, like a sandwich or you know, something, various things that we have in the house. And that's almost like a mini lunch that I have before before rest. So yeah, most Americans eat late. They do. Most Americans have a late dinner. Yeah. Some eat earlier, like some will eat between 6, 7. A lot of Americans eat like 7, 8, 9. You know, because what it is, a lot of Americans are working. They can't eat till they're home from work. And if you're working till 5:30 p.m. and you're not home till like 6:37, then you got to make a meal so you don't eat till late. A lot of Americans, that's their lifestyle.
And yet you don't work. Lucky you.
Yeah, the 5 p.m. dinner thing for me, it came from my dad's work schedule when I was growing up. Because a lot of the time when I was a kid, my dad worked the late shift. So because he worked the late shift, we had to eat early, so he would have a meal and then he would go to work. So yeah, that's what we would do. And because of that, that's why we always had like an early dinner when I was growing up. And it just translated into my real life. Now as a content creator, I do my big stream and I just eat right after. I'm hungry, you know? Dark Gaming says he has an extra big lunch. He skips breakfast and dinner entirely. You know, you could do that, but dietitians say you shouldn't do that. They say power loading in one meal doesn't work. That you need to have food delivered to you over the course of a day. Although most dietitians say you shouldn't even have a full meal. They're like, you should just have constant snacks throughout the day. Do you know a single person on this planet that doesn't really eat a meal but just snacks all day instead? Not me. I never heard of one. But that's what they say you're supposed to do. Yeah, but for me, I try at least to have some food over the course of the day. You know, something quick in the morning, you know, the big meal in the middle, something near the end, and that way my body is satiated. That way I'm not just eating everything in one meal. I actually used to do that early on when I was a YouTuber. I would not eat in the morning. I would wake up and have some kind of like energy drink or coffee. I used to have these vitamin supplement shots I would take. And then I would actually make content for like 8+ hours. And then I would have my meal of the day. And it would be a giant fucking meal. Like I would power load all my food into the one meal. And it was completely unhealthy. It was the worst thing I'd probably done.
I mean, it's one of those things where I'm no expert in fucking fitness or anything, despite my best efforts of trying to get fitter. They do try and say that as long as you burn more calories than you fucking take in, it's good to do that. You know what I mean? So, obviously, some people who are like massively, you know, bodybuilders and that shit, they eat tons of calories. They will like, you know, bulk up and that shit, but they will also work hard as well to counteract that. Phil was pigging out, but was he working out? No. He was sat in his arse for 8 hours a day. You know, he was drinking himself into a stupor, and then he'd fucking played his games badly, filming at a strange angle with a camcorder pointed at a TV, and then after he's all done that, he'd stuff his face full of as much food as possible, and then probably just pass out, drunk and fill up with food, and then repeat the same process as the following day.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Oops, sorry, I've pressed the wrong thing. Thank you very much to Black Mage for the super chat. It says, a reminder it calls 2 Baconators from Wendy's a midnight snack. See, we don't have a Wendy's here, so I can't really compare it with anything, but I imagine a Baconator is just like a burger with bacon in it. You know, is that what it is? I don't quite know what a Baconator is, you know. We don't have Wendy's here, or if we do, they're not fucking near me anyway. A Baconator is a large burger, apparently, according to Lucky Limes. It's a large burger with bacon, with a lot of bacon, apparently, according to Ever. And he hold on. So he has 2 of those. He calls 2 of those a midnight snack. And according to Brian, it's just under 1,000 calories per burger. Holy shit! And Phil said that's like a midnight snack for him. Oh, Ira's breaking it down now. Here we go. Oh, it's a double cheeseburger, 4 strips of bacon with bacon, mayo and ketchup. You're making me fucking hungry. I've not had dinner yet. Oh, I don't know, but I suddenly feel like a fucking burger all of a sudden. What are you guys? I don't know. But cheers for educating me on what a Baconator is. Phil fucking had 2 of those as a goddamn midnight snack. Fuck me, man. Oh, stream's got a bit weird. Let me just press a soundboard. Oh wait, it's okay.
Huh. Okay, what would you guys like to talk about? Tag me in the chat, we'll do a little bit of chatting today.
Tag me and we'll do a bit of chatting.
Remember the Coco says I eat 2 times a day. I did that for a while. You know, it wasn't until, I would say, last several years that I got into a 3-meal schedule. Before then it was 2 meals. Elliptian says, how about for reacting to longer playthroughs instead of watching all of it? Why don't I skip to the good parts? Because I don't know what the good parts are. You have to remember my old playthroughs are literally just numbers. It doesn't even have a name in the title, so you don't even know what's in the part. You would have no clue. And that's sad. I wish that I did better titling back in the day, but until I started making detailed titles, you don't have a darn clue what happens in a part, and so it's really impossible to do that. Tub says, what's the chances Rise of the Ronin will be played? Curious if you watched the Salient gameplay trailer. No, I didn't watch the Salient gameplay trailer whatsoever. I have no idea what the game's about. It hasn't been on my mind because I'm too busy with everything else. Rise of the Ronin, I don't know. Right now, I really feel like a game like Alone in the Dark is going to do better than Rise of the Ronin because it's shorter and because it's horror, so it's a good variety for the channel. Plus the games I've already got in the rotation that we got to get back to. Is it an absolute no, I'll never play it? No. It's just a no, I'm not playing it right now. So. Genesis Gaming says, I did a tip, nothing on stream. What does that mean? Are you saying that you sent me a tip? I don't see anything in regards to that. Are you sure your tip went through? I'm not saying that you're lying. I'm just trying to check because sometimes I don't get the notification. And as of right now, I don't see anything saying a new tip had come in. And I'm checking actively. But I could, if you're insisting and you're 100% sure you sent me a tip and it went through and it cleared and I didn't shout it out, I could try to log into my PayPal manually and see if I could find the information. Okay, Haley, I'll see you tomorrow. Sounds good.
Well, it says sounds good. Fine, that took fucking forever to say that.
Burger.
Sound good has finally been said. Right, here's the latest update with what's happening in the bingo, okay? Very quick. Let's just run through things. We have like 7 squares to go. However, we have 2 free spaces already, thanks to Phil snorting 25 times. We might get another snort free space if he has 5 more. That'd be crazy. So yeah, the free spaces could come in clutch today for the bingo. And apparently we're 18 likes away as well from a free space for that as well. 100 likes, remember? Free space for a bingo card as well. And you guys get to enjoy the Bubbles animation, maybe the supremely talented Pixar animations. So yeah, let's just crack on the bingo and let's see how we do. But fingers crossed. Actually, did the quality go down? Yeah, let's go back to 1080p. There we go. See Phil in all his fucking ugly glory. And yeah, let's get a full house today. We've got $160 in the prize fund. Let's see if we can increase that to 185.
A wild Jasper has appeared. A wild Jasper has appeared. What's going on, buddy?
Shut up, bitch!
What you up to today? Cypress TV says this is completely out of left field, but in late 2015, why didn't you interact with chat during gameplay? What was the thought process then? For the first many years that I streamed, so we're talking when I first started Direct Capture, it was in early 2013, and all the way through late 2016. Because it really was late 2016, early 2017 that I became an interactive streamer. It was actually at the very beginning of my Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild playthrough that I decided I was going to be interactive, okay, and change my whole methodology of how I was going to make content. So when I did that, why? It's this simple. Because I was an idiot. The whole point of being a live streamer is that you have a live audience. And if you don't take advantage of that live audience, then you're kind of missing the point of having the live stream, correct?
Oh, don't worry, Phil. We all know you take advantage of your audience every single fucking chance you get. We are all very much in agreement. You take full advantage of those people in your audience.
And I did. 100%. I missed the point of having the live stream. I was streaming and ignoring the audience. I acted like no one was watching live. Seriously. And if you want to know why, it's very simple. It's because of my origins. I didn't start as a live streamer. A lot of content creators today did. They started off streaming to an audience. For me, from the years of 2008, all right, all the way through, you know, early 2013. So you're talking a good 4 to 5 year span of content on YouTube. I was just doing offline videos. There was no interaction live at all. There was no potential for live interaction. The only interaction I had with my fan base was video comments, tweets, and forum posts. And occasionally an email here or there, or like going to a convention and meeting some people in person. Okay, that's how I had my interaction. There was no chat anywhere. So because of that, I didn't have an interactive element to my content. When I decided to go Direct Capture in early 2013, I did not understand the capacity for growth and the positivity of interactions with people on a stream. It is 100% my fault. I take full responsibility for the fact that I was ignorant. I literally said, hey guys, I'm streaming, but it's fan service. If you want to be there for the live stream, great, you can see the stuff live, but I'm still basically making this content for an on-demand audience. And that was reflected in the fact that I didn't do any contributions on the streams whatsoever. I didn't shout out anyone on the streams whatsoever. Like I said, I literally ignored the audience. If you go back and watch my playthroughs from 2013 all the way through 2017, I'm not talking to anyone. Really, there's nothing like that at all. It's just me playing a game as if I'm playing it offline. And a lot of people didn't understand that, and they definitely were correct in not understanding it. Once I became an interactive streamer in 2017, the reason I did it is very, very simple. YouTube's apocalypse happened. And when YouTube had the apocalypse, it became impossible to make a living on ad revenue alone on YouTube. Okay? I had to find alternate methods of, you know, profit. And
then he just turned towards his audience and went, oh, there you are. Thank you, Velcro wallets.
Everyone said, dude, you are streaming every day. Why on earth are you not interacting with your audience to become a monetized stream? Why don't you have cheer? Well, keep in mind, at this point, I was still streaming on YouTube, and I decided to go back to Twitch in late 2016 because of people urging me to do so. And they were like, why are you not accepting cheers? Why aren't you in the partner program so that you can have, you know, subs? Like, are you stupid? Everyone literally is doing this, and you're not. It's a way to get live support from your audience every single day, and you just ignore the people who are there like they don't exist. I mean, you're an idiot. People were right. Now I know that, because now that I've been an interactive streamer for so long, you know, now I've been doing it pretty much 7 years. And now that I've seen the difference between making a video pretty much just for an on-demand audience, only, you know, trying to talk over every single moment of the game to kill the noise or the emptiness, you know what I mean? Instead of having true, meaningful conversation and interactions with the audience here, I just have to constantly make stupid jokes about sex and race and fart jokes and all kinds of shit. Constant, right? Always constant nonsense. So, and you know, that's reflected now that we're doing these retro reactions, we're going back and watching these old playthroughs. Half the time you laugh your ass off, and half the time you're cringing at how bad the commentary is, because I wasn't doing it for a live audience. I was just doing it to fill dead air constant for myself. It was so different, you know? And the thing is, it was just, I was set in my ways. I was set in my ways. I thought my shit didn't stink. I'm the one with the YouTube channel. I know what I'm doing. My way or the highway. If you don't like it, don't watch. That was the worst attitude to have. It should have been, be open to criticism. Be open to constructive criticism. Not destructive criticism, because there's a lot of that these days. But there was a lot of constructive criticism back then that I completely overlooked, because I just wanted to keep doing things, the status quo, exactly the same, not change it, you know? When I finally changed in 2017, my eyes were open. Because by the end of that year, I was like, I've had more fun this year streaming than I think I had in like many years doing the on-demand style content before. It just blew my mind that there's so much more fun to be had with an interactive audience, you know? And I'm so happy that eventually I stopped being so stubborn, and it was really you guys convinced me to be different and change. And once I did, like, wow, it saved the business. Single-handedly becoming from an on-demand style creator to an interactive streamer had changed and saved the business, and allowed me to have the most fun I ever had as a content creator up to that point. And I'm like, dude, well, I'd kick myself every day if in 2013, the moment I had adopted to live streaming, if I'd become an interactive streamer, things would have been different today. I fully believe that. Because I would have started talking to you guys, and you guys probably would have been like, listen, don't be so angry if this is how you don't play. This is just a silly thing that's going on. Ride the wave. Make your own. Laugh at it. React to it. React to this is how you don't play in 2013 and laugh.
Phil, you had a forum. You had a forum. You were actively involved in this time, and those fucking fans on your forum told you this. You had this advice readily available. It wasn't on your streams or whatever. People were leaving you comments with this advice. People were leaving posts on your forum saying this. You cannot fucking pretend that you would not have fucking reacted differently to this is how you don't play, when you had people telling you every day on your own forums to just fucking ride out and roll with it and don't fucking lose your goddamn mind over it.
Fit them, and people won't think you're an asshole. I should have done that. 1,000,000%. I should have done that. It's my fault. I take full responsibility for being a stubborn idiot and not seeing the trends and where they were going. I was such a dinosaur in that time that by the time that I adopted the interactive live streaming, already the entire internet thought I was a laughingstock and a meme. And once that was it, once that happens, it doesn't matter how much you change for the better and improve yourself as a person or a creator. These idiotic people who just believe memes will just believe them forever. It doesn't matter how much I change or how much better I am today than I was back then. There will be an endless amount of people on the internet who want to hate on me and laugh at me because they just believe the bullshit.
I don't think that's actually true, to be honest. You know what I mean? There's definitely, I mean, for a lot of people, there is room to change how you're perceived. And this is gonna sound a couple of weird examples here. I can think of a couple of weird examples. One's a YouTube example and one's like a music example. First example is PewDiePie. I've never really paid too much attention to PewDiePie, but I always kind of perceived him at first as like some kind of cringe content creator. Yeah, they just got a camera on there and they're playing games and they're fucking screaming at the fucking camera and they're playing, they got spooked in a game and like, yeah. But obviously PewDiePie put in the work and put in the effort as well, and he had like some controversy over the years, you know, but he kept going, he kept grinding, he kept doing well for himself, you know what I mean? And yeah, he managed to basically just retire with fuck you money and enjoy living his fucking life, so fair play to him. But that's what I'm saying, like, he was at first, a lot of people at first were kind of, even though he was popular with kids, so at first he was like seen as that kind of cringe content kind of creator guy, you know what I mean? And like, yeah, he's just making those silly, annoying videos on YouTube or whatever. The second example I can think of, which is a random one I know, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber, also when he was first making music, you know, I mean, men just mocked him relentlessly. Oh, these little teenage girls fucking love Justin Bieber and all that shit, and men were just thinking that fucking weird little prepubescent boy, like fucking being all weird or whatever, you know what I mean? But he was also one of the fucking like hottest pop stars in terms of like, you know, success he was having, because like, all these girls fucking love him. But he's somebody who I feel over the years has managed to kind of win people over, kind of, to a certain degree, you know, with his image and the songs he makes or whatever. There's definitely been a change in the kind of style of some of his, that's what he does. It's a bizarre thing, I know, to fucking to notice or whatever, you know, but Bill trying to say that it's impossible for him to change his impression on the internet because people made fun of him in the past, there's usually room for growth, in my opinion. There's usually room for some sort of change. Phil didn't really change because he wanted to change. He changed because his hand was forced. The adpocalypse happened, and so the audience replaced YouTube as his main financial source of income. You know, this is not Phil trying to change, you know, of his own volition to try and improve as a fucking human being or whatever. You know, this is basically him just fucking trying to make ends meet, and his audience fucking saved his fucking skin. So yeah, and people are now calling me a Justin Bieber fan. No, I'm not a Justin Bieber fan. Let me just make that clear. But I think he has certainly improved with his music over the years. At first, it was like fucking like fuck this shit. You know, this is fucking ridiculous. But he's had a couple of bangers, okay? It's in the last few years, it seems like, you know, he's not terrible. You know, I don't know. Each to their own, of course, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm trying to say, though. The impression he had overall on it's getting too fucking off topic. You get what I'm saying, though. You get what I'm saying. But the big question, of course, is this is something I've asked a whole lot before in the past. Is Phil Burnell redeemable? Is it possible for him to redeem himself ever in the eyes of the internet and detractors? And is it possible? And it's like, there are worse people out there. There are worse human beings out there. There's like, when he's, so it's like, why? It's just one of those bizarre things. You know what I mean? Like, it's like there's definitely fucking horrible people out there, and Phil Burnell is he's a fucking horrible cunt. But there's definitely worse out there. And yet we look at Phil Burnell, and like we go straight away, and the general impression is no. He is irredeemable. It is not possible for him to change. It is not possible whatsoever. Delian is saying his continued actions just prove that he will never legitimately change. He is not interested in being a good person. He's interested in being perceived as a good person without doing the work. That's a great point. It's not about... Yeah, it's a fantastic point. He's never... So anytime Phil gets in trouble, and he's kind of forced to apologise for it. He's not sorry for what he said. He's sorry for people being upset at what he said, you know? It's not as if Phil fucking saw the error of his ways and like, oh, I can't believe I said that. It's more like, oh, I'm annoyed that people got upset with me, so I better say sorry and be done with it. It kind of boils back to John Rambo. Remember the fucking, what do you call it video? The Thanksgiving video that John Rambo made with Howard? And Rambo alluded to the fact that Phil would say he's sorry, but he's not actually really sorry. It's like Phil would like say it, but not mean it. You know, because like Rambo had to pull him up sometimes and say, Phil, you can't fucking get away with saying that or doing this or doing that, when they were trying to film, you know, Project 7 stuff. And like, you know, and Rambo would always... Rambo would fucking said that Phil would fucking say, I'm sorry for this or that, but then he would immediately go back to doing the thing he was apparently sorry for.
And that's my fault to some extent because I took so long to change. I should have done it so much earlier. Cybers TV says, I'm glad you changed for the better. For clarification, I asked, as you know, over the past year, I actually am chronologically going backwards into your content and checking it out. I'm glad. Right? I'm glad. Thank you for that. Good question. Okay. Hold on. Once again, these lines are going.
Oh, for fuck's sake, no again.
Is there nothing on the internet that I won't masturbate to?
I wish I had a way to hold the blinds in place, but I don't. Okay.
That was awkward for the Scottish soundboard, but there you go.
What else would you guys like to talk about? We still got about 15-20 minutes left here. And Genesis Gaming, no, I still don't see your contribution. If you are insisting you tipped, then I will log into PayPal and try to find it. But I'm going to tell you right now, if it ain't there, I'm going to be upset. You better not be, like, pulling my leg, man. Let's see.
Here comes the audit. What will happen? Will the tip be there? Or is somebody being mean?
Okay.
And now I'm seeing so much clearer as I sit here staring into Dark Dave's mirror and all of my fears and all that I see. The raw DSP. Bottom leader, cult leader. It's 3 a.m. and I still can't sleep. I guess this is all I will ever be. This is just how time flows.
Hold on. I wonder if this is it. Well, I have a tip, okay? But number one, there's no name attached to it, and number two, it's less than $1. I do not shout out tips less than $1, just like I don't shout out super chats less than $1, because if I did, people would just nonstop spam me like pennies and expect me to take time out of my stream to shout it out. So that's my strict threshold, is at least $1, and this is less than $1, so that's why I didn't even get the notification. Is that what it is?
That is brilliant. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Oh, he logged the PayPal for a contribution that was less than $1. That derailed the entire stream.
What did you tip? Is the question. Let's see what he says. If this is him or not. Maybe this isn't him. BB Phil says, I found your match versus Justin Wong at EVO East 2006. Did you react to that kind of stuff yet? Nope. No. It would be nice to. It would be nice to react and explain the matchup and what's going on in it and stuff. But no one has really requested that. Because again, what you have to understand is that sadly people are idiots on the internet and believe what they want to believe despite fact. So even though there is video evidence of me beating top players at tournaments online, that doesn't exist. What are you talking about? The only time Phil ever did well was EVO, where he got 4th place, right? Against 3 Japanese players in a busted version of Super Turbo. It's like, well, what about EVO East that he won? There's video evidence of him beating Seth Killian and Justin Wong, right? What about the other EVO East he beat on a different version of the game? What about all these other tournament results where he won tournaments? What about the year 2007 when I went to every qualifying tournament for EVO and I either placed or won every single one of them? So just ignore all that evidence, right? That's all just the one EVO I got 4th place at, right? That's it. That's all they say. They're morons. They literally just ignore facts in front of their faces in order to have their false narrative be pushed to the people.
Isn't it wonderful how impressive Phil's memory gets? 2007 and 2006 or whatever. He can't remember what he played last week. He can't remember characters in the fucking video game he's playing currently. But he can remember every minutiae of detail from all these events and fighting game tournaments from like 2 decades ago.
You literally have to go out of your way to ignore facts to think that I suck at Street Fighter, right? You have to. Okay, anyway, so Genesis Gaming, are you saying this was your tip? If you want, I'll read it out because actually there's some information here. So he says, the Dragon Curse comes in 3 stages. 1, red eyes. 2, headaches. The pawn starts grabbing their head and complaining. 3, they will argue with you. To fix main pawn, just throw them in the water. Other people's pawns need to be switched out to stop them from infecting your game. Yeah, I think what happens is once a pawn infects another pawn, like for example, let's say you summon a pawn and it infects another one of your pawns, I guess then that pawn is officially cured or something. That's what people were saying anyway. I don't 100% understand it. You know, it hasn't happened to me. But I guess what people are saying is you can eventually cure pawns just by having them transferred or something like that. So, okay. But anyway, yeah. If you guys ever wanted to submit Street Fighter videos from my past for the React Show on Sundays, I'd be more than happy to react to those for you guys and explain what's going on and break down the matches. Corvius says, I watched the game where you beat Justin Wong with Balrog and Super Turbo Evo East. It's on YouTube. Good match. Yeah, that's exactly what he was talking about, I think. See, it's that match. Okay. Freedom Sardine, considering the fact that the Dragon Curse can completely ruin your playthrough, I don't think it would have been fun to learn about it naturally. I don't think it's bad to spoil yourself on something that could completely soft lock your gameplay progress. David H says, how many people have to ask for a certain thing before you'll play or react to it? I ask because I'm newer and I'm just curious. Reacting is based on the show. It's based on the members. The React show is if you're a member, if you're an ultra member of DSP Reacts, I watch your clip once a week. If you're a submissions level member, you submit your clip to a randomized playlist and you have a chance to be watched every week. I don't pick the content on the React show, the members do. Okay. As for games, that I listen to opinion. I listen to what people say on my streams. I listen to people who make requests in video comments or send me emails or tweet or whatever it may be. I try to factor all that in, and that helps me decide on what games I play. Most of the time, it's a combination of am I interested in it and is the audience interested in it. You have to find that match. If only I'm interested in it and the audience isn't, it probably isn't going to work. Or vice versa. If all the audience wants to see me play, but I don't really care about the game, it's not going to work either. You know, you have to find that thing where it's going to be both entertaining to me and the audience. You know what I mean? Okay. I received a $4.54 tip. That was my tip. Here's more. Thanks for reading my first tip anyway. Keep it up. So this is Genesis Gaming. Okay, thank you, Genesis Gaming. Yeah, just for the record, if you want me to respond to a contribution, it has to at least be $1. I mean, understand that. So we don't do that. We're going to sadly have trolls and idiots in here.
Hey, Phil said trolls.
Burger.
That counts.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
So let's have a quick evaluation. So we have 2 free spaces so far, which means we are 3 away from a full house. But yeah, if we get 100 likes, that'll be a free space. And if we get 3 more burps, that'll be a free space.
Coming in with little penny 5-cent donations and hope that I just derail my whole stream reading their shit all day. That's exactly what they did. Remember I just mentioned 2017, I became a live streamer, or an interactive live streamer. During the Breath of the Wild playthrough, idiots came on the stream and were doing like 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents, 2 cents, and the pop-up would just keep going endlessly. And like, why aren't you reading my messages? Because you just submitted 100 2-cent messages. I'm not going to sit here for the next 4 hours reading your shit. You're an idiot. You know? I'm not wasting my time on this. Oh, I know. Dark Gaming says a lot of streamers don't even call out tips under $10. A lot of streamers, when they do like Q&A streams, they have a requirement. Like you have to do a $5 contribution of some sort for them to even read your question. I want you to think about that. Imagine if on this stream, I won't even read your question unless you toss me $5. That's how some people do it.
Well, your stream has like 100 people and 200 bots. Your stream goes so goddamn slowly that it's very easy for you to turn your head towards chat and answer every individual viewer's question. The big successful content creators are too successful to do that without some sort of filter on it. And that's the best way they can have a filter on that, by trying to fucking put that kind of little limitation in. Otherwise it would have been impossible for them to keep up with all the questions being asked of them. Jesus Christ, man. It's like, what the fuck, Phil? Do you not understand? You cannot... You hate it when you get... You hate this, Phil. You hate it when you get compared to these big content creators because, oh, they're more successful than I am. They have a team of editors. They can do this, they can do that. You hate the comparison when they're trying... When people are trying to get you to implement something. But you happily use the comparison when their audiences are fucking 100 times bigger than yours are. At least, sometimes. Oh, you are... Oh, you're so fucking dense.
Okay, I received an $8 tip. From August. I would love to see you react to your sessions of Street Fighter 4. Those are very good. Also, when you consider going back to Street Fighter 6 when Akuma comes out, hope you have a great stream. Yeah, I'm definitely going back to Street Fighter 6 eventually. Right now, I am enjoying my hiatus from fighting games. I need it. I felt very burnt out playing Tekken and getting to the purple ranks and then just basically getting crushed and like, dude, I just don't want to do this anymore, you know? It's just too much hard work, stress, dedication to learn at that level for a game that, number one, the audience wasn't really caring that much about. Number two, I knew I wasn't going to be able to invest enough time to get any better. So I am enjoying this break. At the very least, I will go back when Akuma comes out. If and when that happens, we don't know. They've only released like a teaser trailer with no information, not even any gameplay. So we'll see. I already said, if you guys wanted to see me play Street Fighter 6 during the birthday event, just casual matches, I would do that. And then I would do like a variety. I'd probably do a little bit of Blanca, a little bit of Zangief, a little bit of Honda, a little bit of Dalsim, a little bit of Lily. You know, I would rotate between the characters I played well with. Just for variety. Do like a variety stream of Street Fighter 6 during the birthday event. If you wanted that, that's up to you. BB Phil says if 5 people were to submit the same video of Justin Wong, would that be legal and would have 5 times the chance? I mean, essentially, let's say, for example, if, first of all, if you're an Ultra member on the show, it's guaranteed to be watched. If someone absolutely wanted me to watch that clip, become an Ultra member on DSP Reacts and submit it, and we're going to watch it on Sunday. It's a guarantee, okay? But if you didn't want to go that far...
So yeah, that would cost you $20 to have Phil react to that crap.
You just wanted to become a submissions level member, which is the much cheaper option. You know, there's a randomized chance we're going to watch it. Yeah, honestly, if a lot of people all submitted the same clip, then obviously there's going to be demand for that clip, and likely we would just watch it anyway. But that usually doesn't happen. Almost always, it's a wide variety of clips that are submitted, and almost never is there a duplicate submission. I think twice ever, there was like a new trailer or something people wanted to see me react to, and so a couple people submitted it, but outside of that, it's almost always completely different videos. Cyber CV says, honestly, a lot of the stuff you got hate for between 2013 and 16 has become the norm for streamers to do. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know. This has become the story. Everyone else can do anything and they're fine, but if I do anything, it's wrong. It doesn't matter what I do, what I say, how I act. If I improve or not, doesn't matter. I'm just in the wrong and I'm always the villain. Because again, I've become the meme of the internet. Unfairly, I feel. I mean, listen, when I was younger, I was an idiot. I was an obstinate, stubborn jerk. I felt like my shit didn't stink.
But before you even continue, you want to try and pretend here that you're a child doing this fucking YouTube stuff. You are a grown-ass man. You are 27 years of age, 28 years of age, almost 30. You're almost 30 years of age when you began YouTube as a career. You are not some ignorant child. You are a fully grown-ass man.
I didn't want to listen to any criticism or constructive or otherwise. Literally, I was just, hey, my way or the highway, bro. Right? If you don't like it, don't watch. Fuck off. That was what I used to say. Right? Now, I changed for the better. I know that that's an awful attitude to have. And I want to improve. I want to make better content. I feel like I have improved dramatically. I think we're heading in the right direction with the content that I'm making. Instead of it just being gameplay, doing other stuff and big variety like this show, for example. You know? But, yeah, sadly, the internet doesn't care. The internet has an impression, rides this meme, and will never let it go. So it doesn't matter what I say do to improve or not. I'm just a villain. And again, any moment that I have to possibly get a fair shake, people use that to capitalize and just turn it back to negativity so they can benefit from it. Because they realize if they bite into the meme, if they ride that negativity wave that's against me, they will get more views, contributions, and popularity than if they were nice to me. Can we be honest here? If the side scrollers last year were nice to me after their interview, they wouldn't have gotten any notoriety or popularity whatsoever. Instead, they did exactly what everyone else does. They took the easy way out. They became toxic trolls of mine. They literally rode that for weeks to months on end. And they got tons of popularity and contributions based off of it, and they used that to propel themselves to change their show, because now they had eyes on their show. They used that to propel themselves to be a political show. And now, they just do that same polarized political bullshit that everyone else does on the internet. It's boring, it's very fucking outdone, it's for dullards, but that's what they do, and they get tons of views doing it, and it's all because they rode the wave of toxicity against me.
I mean, there is, to a certain degree, Phil's actually right about that. Stuttering Craig, though, is the one prime guilty suspect of that. Remember, Stuttering Craig used to fucking... He had multiple streams afterwards. Hashtag monetize the hate and all that shit, you know what I mean? He tried his best to milk that for all it was worth and keep the detractors, you know, sweeting on his side and all that shit. It got to the point where, you know, people are trying to fucking tell Craig to calm the fuck down, you know what I mean? Like, fucking rein it in a bit, you know? To a degree there, Phil is... I mean, the interview is one thing. The interview in its own, you know, fucking crazy fucking 5-hour fucking saga, everything else. But yeah, Stuttering Craig went back to well one too many times, in my opinion.
Right? If they'd been nice to me after the fact, they wouldn't have had any of that. And likely none of their popularity would have ever happened because no one would have ever had eyes on their content. No one would have given a shit. Right? So there you have it. Doesn't matter what I say or do, you know? It's just, hey, as long as we're hurting Phil, we'll get that popularity out of it, so might as well just keep doing it, right? And again, the other big thing about this is that the other meme about me is that it doesn't matter what's said about me. It doesn't matter what's done to me. I still exist and persevere. I mean, the meme is that everyone else gets canceled. Everyone else goes out of business. Everyone else is gone, but Darkside Phil perseveres, right? Right? And I hate to say it, as much of a meme as that is perseverance, it's a double-edged sword. If people think that no matter what, you can't go away, they think it's okay to do anything to you because you're just going to survive it, right? Because that's the truth. All these people say and do horrible things to me, but then I'm still here. I still persevere, right? I'm still here. So also it's fine. Just keep beating them up, right? It'd be like, so there's a guy who's literally invincible. You can't ever kill him. So just keep running up and stabbing him and shooting him and fucking ripping his limbs off because they're going to regrow him because he's immortal, right? So just keep fucking him up. Give him endless torture just because, you know, he'll survive it. I mean, does that make it right to do it? Of course it doesn't, but that's how people are against me. It's literally, it's an endless cycle of just keep fucking with Phil as much as you can because you can get away with it and he'll still be here anyway.
Did he just compare himself to Deadpool?
Everyone's taking a shot. Like literally over the years, every single content creator's taking a shot at it. It's a rarity when you find someone who doesn't take the easy shot at me. Jasper, what's going on? What's going on, buddy? Retro Slayer is sad but true. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. It's true. You know, that's just like my life that I gotta live with, I guess.
Yeah, but it's a life you fucking created. This is what has become of you and your behaviour and your antics. These are the consequences of your actions over a decade and a half of you being a toxic piece of shit. Yeah, blame Evil AJ all you fucking want. Blame Tevin all you fucking want. Blame the Sons of Kojima. Blame that being said. Blame fucking everyone and their fucking nanny and all you fucking want for all your fucking life's troubles and ailments. You have brought this on yourself with your own attitude, your own personality, the way you have fucking you've thrown every single fucking person under the bus in your life that has tried to fucking help you along the fucking way. Anytime a fan fucking said something you didn't fucking like, instead of fucking, you know, thinking about what they fucking said, you ban them, you throw them under the fucking bus. You create your detractors based off who you are as a human being, Phil. There is something about Phil which just makes people naturally gravitate towards disliking him. He is a very dislikable person. You know, it's a weird thing for somebody to unite the internet in such a way as this. But when 99% of the internet look at Phil Bonnell and go, wow, there's a toxic piece of shit idiot, you know, then it's incredible that Phil can unite so many people in that way.
I'll see you tonight, Jade. Sounds good. Sometimes I have no idea. We're talking about that during my birthday. He says, what games are coming out in April that you might be interested in? I don't know. That's what we're doing on my birthday. We're going through the game schedule on my birthday so we can figure that out. Okay? Don't have time. Honestly, don't have time. I'm so focused on beating these RPGs. We don't have time for anything else. We got to beat these things, and then by then we'll be getting into the new games, and then it'll be my birthday, right? Sussy says, would you play a game that has low support and views but you love a lot? You mean Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth? Which I'm like 60 hours into and almost never gets good support. It's a rarity if it does get more than just a few bucks. Yeah, there's your case example right there. What I would say is we already know what the next slew of content's going to be. Dragon's Dogma 2, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Alone in the Dark, the co-op playthrough with my wife of Beyond Two Souls, and maybe some Battlefront, right? Then we can see what's next. Do we want to return to Elden Ring, right? To get that playthrough going again, finish it up before the DLC comes out. Do we want to bring back fighting games? Do we want to bring back Street Fighter 6, or do we want to actually get Fightcade set up and start doing that with classic games? We have options, and it's good to have options. Do I want to play Rise of the Ronin, or do I just want to skip it? It's good to have these options and choices, okay? So we'll figure it out when we get there and once we go through the schedule. Ooh, excuse me.
Now, what does the sugar do in the song?
Why am I always so angry at chat? I'm not angry at all. Your name is Angry Andy. That's someone named Angry Andy just said that. I'm like, I'm not angry at anyone. What are you talking about? If I sound upset, I apologize. I didn't mean to come off as upset. Maybe I'm animated as I answer questions, but I'm not upset in any way. Tope says, what's up with Fightcade? Like I said, I'd be willing to work on that if that's something people want at this point. We'd have to figure it out because like people said, there is setup required. It's not just, oh, download and play. It's like, you got to download, you got to fuck with these clients to get these ROMs working, and then you have to set it up so there's no chat on the screen because the chat is endless and people troll constantly. You have to do this, and like it's a nuanced, annoying thing that I would have to get set up and working, okay? But is it worth it to play old school fighting games? Probably, because I love old school fighting games and there's really no other way to properly play them right now. Karaya says, were your Twitch days like this? I don't remember you getting into much drama on Twitch, just the people running Twitch. There was always drama involved. There was always people trying to create drama for me, trying to use my name and put it through the mud. Constant. This has been happening for over a decade. It all started with This Is How You Don't Play. And once This Is How You Don't Play took off and people said, oh, it's fun to make fun of Phil's gameplay. Then it crossed over to, oh, it's just fun to make fun of Phil. Then it crossed over to, now it's fun to make stuff up about Phil. Now it's fun to completely misrepresent Phil. Because as long as you're getting the views and the clickbait, you don't care. Again, they see me as like I'm undying, right? I'll be here no matter what. So just say or do whatever the hell you want about Phil and he'll survive it at his expense. Who cares as long as we get the profit from it? And that's what's been going on for about a decade now. And yes, it happened on Twitch. It happens everywhere. We've already talked about Kick and that I'm not moving there for two reasons. Number one, because the model isn't viable. That model of Kick cannot work forever. The only reason it works is because of a bunch of investors, and that money's eventually going to dry up unless they find another way to run their business. It's not generating enough revenue to actually keep going. So imagine me uplifting the community here, going to Kick, and then they go out of business within a year. Number two, Kick does not have proper moderation from what people have told me. That it's just not controllable enough of an environment. With the amount of trolling I get, the entirety of the chat would be harmful stuff. Racist stuff, doxing, all kinds of stuff. And if you can't control that, then there's no point in using it. So, there you go. David H says, you said recently Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is too long. What in the future would you do for the series to make it right? I feel like the game has too much superfluous content. Like, it's nice for Dondoko Island or the Sujimon League or a lot of the random things in the city to be there, but a lot of it doesn't have meaning. Like, you can literally skip all of Sujimon, skip all of Dondoko. It adds nothing to the game. It's just there to say there's more content. I do feel like it's not paced well either. Like, the first 5 hours are incredibly boring because it's all story. Then by the time you finally get to Hawaii, it's super fun. But then it's like an insanely long chapter in Hawaii. And then you get a bunch of chapters that are just fast-moving plot that are over way too soon. And then all of a sudden you're stuck in it's basically, I think, isn't it like chapters, I want to say it's like chapter 4, 6, and 8 are all chapters that can be upwards of like 10 to 15 hours long, while other chapters are done in less than an hour. So the pacing's definitely off, you know? So I would say less side content that doesn't really have meaning to streamlines the game a little bit, and better pacing of the content being more spread out.
I disagree wholeheartedly with this. Right as a pause when Phil's about to scratch his fucking smelly ass armpit. This is a random. Look, there's nothing wrong with having more content in a game. It is more value for money for the audience. You know, it's more value for money for the people buying the game, be able to get more at the goddamn game. Is this gonna be random? But okay, hold on. First of all, let me secure the screenshot. Let's try and get this perfectly. What is he doing here? Is he pinching it? What is he doing? What is he doing? It's like, is he like pinching the skin underneath, or what is he doing? I don't understand. I don't understand what he's doing here. Like, there's got to be I think this one might be the best frame. This one here might be the best frame. It's almost like he's cupping. I don't know. Give me a second. Let's see what we can do with this. But he's so confusing though. He really is. And get the wee hand as well at the top there. There we go. Right, let's see how this works out. And hopefully this will be an acceptable standard. Oh, it messed up his hand. Is it because his hands? No, how did it mess up his hand? It just decided to remove part of his hand. That's weird. That is so odd. I don't think I can have that because it's. Hold on. We can do better. We can try and fix this. Why does it not? Oh, I don't know. Is it because of the shading there? Like the light's hitting the hand there and it's cut off. Oh, for God's sake! I don't know. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna post the image that's not had the background removed into my Discord for members, and they can have fun with that as they want, and they can do whatever they want. You know, they can remove the background themselves if they want to, and because they may have better tools at their disposal. You know, so I'll let them deal with that. I was about to say though, Phil's complaining and whining about, you know, oh, cut out the content which is not meaningful for the game. Sometimes those parts of the games are like the most fun part. I remember playing like Spyro the Dragon. I think it might have been the second game. I don't know what game it was. There was a mini game in Spyro the fucking Dragon which I loved fucking playing. It was to do with ice hockey. Fucking dragon breathing fire and fucking ice, you know, bizarre. But yeah, I mean, I loved playing that minigame for whatever reason when I was younger. It's like you're trying to fucking win at hockey or ice hockey or whatever, and like, I don't know why I enjoyed it so much, but for whatever reason, I just did. So it's good to have this random like side content stuff in these games, in my opinion. Also, we apparently have over 100 likes. We have unlocked our third free space on the stream, thanks to you guys liking the stream, and of course, as well as getting a free space unlocked, we also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. Remember, keep an eye on the bottom right for Jasper to do his thing. Good cat. There we go. So guys, thank you very much for liking the stream. Once again, we have free spaces unlocked, which means we are 2 away from a full house.
You know what I'm saying? Because it makes more sense that way, rather than having all the content loaded into 3 chapters. It's kind of silly. Have I thought about dual streaming on YouTube and Rumble? I didn't even know you could stream on Rumble. I was of the impression Rumble was just like an on-demand video site. I'm serious, I didn't even know that you could stream there. I don't see the point of streaming on Rumble for gameplay. Like, if I were to do political content one day, everyone seems to say Rumble's the best place to do it because Rumble does not censor you or hold you like for example, let's say during the COVID era, right? Someone was massively anti-vax, which I wasn't actually. I was vaccinated and everything, but I'm saying, let's say someone was like vehemently anti-vax. If you were like that on YouTube, you could have gotten in trouble. Like, people would have actually gotten hit with like community strikes and stuff like that, right? I don't necessarily agree with that, by the way. But what people are saying is if you go to other sites, like Rumble will never do that. Rumble just lets you say your opinion and you don't get punished for it. In some ways, that's a good thing, right? I honestly don't know the viability of making content on Rumble. I don't know if it's profitable. I don't know what the ad situation is like over there. I don't know if the site is even really that functional. I haven't used it. So I would have to look into that. But if I were ever to use Rumble, it would be because I want to go in a direction I don't want to go on YouTube. And God forbid I say something political on YouTube that pisses someone off. And now they imagine that. Imagine if like I was here doing politics stuff on this channel and YouTube punishes me for saying something they don't like. And now I lose 14 years of my life. The channel gets shut down. Can you imagine that? That would be a fucking disaster, right? So that's what I mean. If I were
that would be fucking hilarious. That would be so goddamn funny if that happened to you, Phil. Bye-bye channel. Bye-bye life.
If I were ever to do like political stuff, I would probably want to take it off of YouTube so that way I wouldn't get associated on this long-running stuff with something that could piss someone off. You know what I mean? So if that would be like the one reason I'd probably use Rumble. Outside of that, I don't see gameplay or any of this kind of content having a place in Rumble, okay?
Who fucking cares?
Okay, well, guys, I think we're good, right? I think we're ready to end this pre-stream.
It's a podcast.
Yeah. And before anyone freaks out, yeah, so far, I don't see anything for 1 Minute Man today.
Before anyone freaks out, I don't see anything. Oh my god. Before anyone freaks out, 1 Minute Man has not been here yet. I don't know what's wrong with him. I will send him an emergency email now asking if everything is okay.
And I don't know if that's because I'm not getting notifications. I don't know if he's just not tipping today. I know some people are going to freak out and be like, but 1 Minute Man always tips during the pre-stream. You're right. I see nothing today, but I'm not going to freak out about it. I'm not. You know, we'll see what happens.
It was probably a fucking anonymous tip at the start of a fucking stream or some bullshit. I don't know.
Okay. Let's end the show, shall we? Thank you all for chilling with me. Hope you enjoyed. This is a more laid-back show. Like I said, I never had many topics or anything to talk about, so it's definitely a more relaxed show. Let's end it for now. Tomorrow, hopefully, we will have a big follow-up on progress in these games. I really hope today I accomplish what I want to accomplish, and we continue with our huge progress in these games, right? Okay, guys, thank you all, and I shall see you tomorrow for another chill episode of the Level 1 Podcast. I'll see you then. Okay. All right, guys, let's get set up. I do need to use the restroom before we begin. Nature is calling today.
He's gonna email him. 1 Minute Man, where are you?
Go.
I need your money. I really do to pay my bills.
Let's see. Okay. I think the camera's slightly off. Hold on. It seems like the
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No! Camera's a little too big. What about now? It's hard to tell when it's centered. When I don't have like a colorful background. When I have a darker background, it's harder to see. Yeah, see, it's off, isn't it? Hold on a second. Pissing me off.
Who fucking cares?
He has stood up so goddamn many times on a stream today, it's unreal. So many times he stood up just to fucking fix shit. The funny part is, he paused the stream one time only. He paused one time only. Despite all the multiple times he stood up and streamed to fix something. He should have paused every time, in hindsight. But he chose not to. Only did it one time.
No, I couldn't get it even today. Now it's fine. Yeah, now it fits. Okay, guys, let's take a brief break for me to use the restroom. Would you like the Baldur's Gate title theme again, since you guys seem to love it? Play the Baldur's Gate title theme for you before we begin here.
That's a good shout, Purple Aki.
Yeah.
I'll pause this recording to be in a bingo card. We could try that. We could try as a centre square and see how it does.
Yes. People want the title screen. We'll have that going. I'll use the restroom, and then we'll begin. I guess we're doing Steel Watch, right? I don't know how to get into Steel Watch. We'll have to figure that out. Okay. We ready? Alright, I'm gonna go on break to use the restroom. I'll be back. And hope to see you in a little bit. Okay, guys? Thanks. I'll be right back.
Alright, and we can fast forward to when Phil returns. Oh, he's returned here. Here we go. Gonna waddle into frame any second. Keep an eye on us, but here up here. Wait for it. Wait for it. He's almost there. Come on now, Phil. There he is.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Are you guys ready to begin? I hope so. I am. Steel Watch, right? We go to Steel Watch first. I guess we're going to find a way to take out the robots. And then after Steel Watch, we're going to fight Gortash. And then we see where the game takes us. Hopefully we can do all this in one sitting so that way we can...
So he said Gortash, but in my head I heard DoorDash. I mean, it's... Yeah. I swear it sounded like DoorDash to me.
Fight Gortash. And then we see where the game takes us. Hopefully we can do all this in one sitting so that way we can get into endgame, I guess, tomorrow, like the true endgame. Right? Alrighty. Let's continue.
He's not going to mention how he's only $5 away from the goal. I'm surprised.
And my head fire here. I'm so OP I could just skip the forge and fight the robots. It's where you killed Volo, so you've been there. Like you say where I killed Volo. I did not kill Volo. Volo died because I didn't understand the timed mechanic of that fight, but I did not murder him. How dare you say that?
You killed him like you killed T. Okay, that's bad, bad. I couldn't help it.
Oh shit, I forgot. We gotta finish this up. We gotta figure out if someone died down there. I think someone did, which is why I don't think I got the trophy. But let's see. Ready? Here we go. Hello everyone and welcome.
And he is now recording for YouTube, which is going to bring an end to the goddamn playthrough and everything. And we got and bingo's over. He did not mention the word goal once, which is incredibly surprising. No reminder to his audience how he could fucking, you know, wear glasses today or wear a hat. You know? Strange. But we end up being two... how many free spaces... I mean, hold on. We had 2 free spaces because of the snorts, and we had 1 for the likes. So we can tick off... Let's just tick off... You know, go
burger.
There you go.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
There we go. A reminder of better times in Phil's younger years when he was he had a friend, you know. Although apparently according to Phil, Howard was never really his friend. And people are wondering, has 1 Minute Man appeared in real time yet? We're only behind Phil by about 30 minutes. Let's go to live DSP and see if he's gained any money since then.
When this absolute...
Nope, he's not gained a single fucking penny. Boo, fucking who for Phil, whoever fucking cares. We're done with it. We're going to end. We're going to end, guys. When look at all the autos on screen, there's like fucking... There's like half a dozen autos on screen. And that one's trying to drown the other one. Like a fucking maniac. God, I mean, we call autos all cute as all hell and everything else, and then we see like some sort of fucking, you know, mass drowning. Okay, they're fucking, you know, the creatures of water, so I don't know if they can otters drown? I don't even know if otters can drown. They might be able to drown. I have no idea. I need to learn more about otters, I guess. I'm too used to just seeing them and looking at how cute they are without understanding how they work. But these guys are fucking vicious. Look at this little death rows going on. Bloody hell. They're just hugging. They're just hugging, honest. They're just hugging. They're not fighting. They're just hugging. Jesus, man, they're fucking throwing hands. Bloody hell. There will be blood. There was me hoping for some nice, relaxing, calm, you know, otter cuteness, and we're just seeing some sort of fucking death match going. Bloody hell. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed the bingo stream regardless and everything else, you know what I mean? I will return tomorrow for some more DSP bingo antics. Hopefully we can get a full house tomorrow. We're only 2 away today. But so, yeah, I mean, we were close. You know, we're close, and yeah, there's always tomorrow, as the old saying goes. I am going to end how I always end, by playing notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. So guys, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday, where you end up doing with it, and I'll catch you all tomorrow if you want to join us for some more bingo antics. But until then, goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky, and you raise your face up. You're like, oh, you start dancing. You go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.